Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.
What happened there?
Shall I resume eating?
Hold on. Let me see here. Yep. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Live from San Antonio, here's a man that got fired from Radio Disney, Mike Taylor.
As part of a bit.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I was having fun with the homeless and decided to do a bit and pretend I was a homeless guy.
Oh, no way.
Do you remember that story? God, I don't remember the guy's name. He was up in Minneapolis, I want to say, and he was begging, and he had this amazing voice.
Oh,
yeah. Hi. I'll read scripts for money. I'm homeless and I'm on crack, but I sound like this. Right?
Got a voice from the gods.
Yeah. So I did a bit to make fun of the guy and steal his segment, and did a bit one time. You should look it up. It's really funny. You've seen that bit. You've seen that. Me and the homeless guy.
How did that get you fired from Radio Disney?
I had the Osama bin Laden hat on.
Correct.
It said smoke him out.
Yeah.
And he was smoking a joint. Osama bin Laden.
It was a different time in our culture. Yeah.
Oh, nothing's changed for me. I don't know if it was maybe different for you. No. So we did a bit, and during that bit, I made the statement that I was an out-of-work radio man who had been terminated from Radio Disney for having an affair with a man. I got them all in. See,
you hit all of the cultural hot buttons.
I got them all in. All right, it is Mike Taylor Live, and we're going to do a Taylor Puma cast. So I'm told to just sit here and talk basketball. So here's what's happened. The farther that the NBA season's gone, the less and less I get his attention during our fucking show.
That's correct.
So I've decided to ingeniously, let him watch basketball during the show. Because I'm not going to have it's Game 5. It's a big game. The series is tied at 2.
It's a pivotal Game 5.
Right. And
as all the talking heads will say.
Sure, it's a pivotal Game 5.
Pivotal Game 5.
Let's put some statistics up that suggest that the winner of Game 5 at a series
Well, Mike, I'm glad you asked because the numbers, 82% say this is the deciding game of a series.
Well, so he's not going to want to do any other kind of talk tonight. So we're going to sit here. We're going to eat Filipino food provided by DJ Katrina, the official Filipino caterer.
God, it's so good, too.
Of Mike Taylor Live, presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. And he and I are just going to fuck around and watch the game. That's going to be our show for the next, I don't know, however long it goes. So
We should tell people we
What?
are at 6:45 in the first quarter.
so
Just sync up with us.
help me out here. What are we allowed to say here with regards to the game without getting sued?
You can react to the game. You just can't give a play-by-play account. Like, you can't say who's dribbling right now, who's driving to the paint. But you can say the Celtics are really struggling to finish inside right now.
Am I allowed to say that Golden State's up by 8?
Yes.
First quarter, though, it's early.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's about the extent of what we can do.
All right. So, that being said, so was that it? Everything else is fine?
Pretty much, yeah.
What if I lied and said Boston just went on a 9-0 run?
I think
They're
it
now
would
up
still
3.
get us shut down because it's still play-by-play, just not accurate.
So I'm not allowed to
play-by-play.
say, here's a corner 3 by so-and-such, it's good. I can't do that.
That literally sounds like the definition of play-by-play.
Okay. Well, I'm used to, on the radio show, I get away with Plug-Ola on a daily basis.
Boy, do you ever. Good Lord.
It's good to be the king. All right, so we're actually, and it's good to be home, by the way. If you're noticing, I'm on the make-out couch with Puma. Last time we did the show here, when I was home, I was eaten up with coronavirus and coughed all over the room and got admonished by your wife.
You got called a dude by my wife, which I
did.
only hear her break out when it's just
that
dire.
wasn't cool, dude.
Yeah,
Wasn't cool, dude.
No, she goes, hey, dude. No, she goes, hey, Taylor. I go, yeah. And she goes, you need to cover your mouth when you sneeze, dude.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze, comma,
Dude. And I replied, I'm so sorry. I put content over the health of my cohorts.
Content over everything.
The show should come fucking first.
I mean, I was in the splash zone. As long as I'm a little bit further away, you can do all you want.
And you didn't get sick at all, did you, Lawrence?
No.
Because I didn't give him. He got sick the next week because his old lady got
Hey,
him sick.
let's not
She was diverting and blaming me.
Let's not dive too deep into that.
Yeah, let's not. I'm going to take a bite of my food. This is amazing. What do you call this? Pan-seat?
Pancit.
Pan-seat.
That's what the skewers are?
No,
No,
the noodles.
The noodles are called pan-seat.
Oh, okay. Is that just beef? The skewers? Skewers?
Skewers? The skewers.
Skewers?
It's pork.
Pork?
Okay, swine.
It's freaking amazing. Oh, we're on YouTube. That's fucking amazing.
What religions
That's
don't
really
eat
good.
pork? Obviously, the Catholics do.
Islam.
Islam.
Yeah, I was about to say Islam doesn't eat pork.
The
what is
Hindus
it-
don't eat beef.
Well, they find them sacred. But like
Yeah.
the religions that don't eat pork, it's not like they think pigs are from the
No,
straight
they
descendants
think they're
of the gods,
disgusting.
right?
They think they're filthy.
Well, they are, but they taste fucking delicious. And so
Oh,
it's all
decent
just
pork?
about filthiness?
Pigs?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. I think it's all about they're just filthy animals.
I don't give a shit about being filthy.
No.
That's why you wash the son of a bitch. How stupid. I'm sorry that fucked up a stand can't wash their meat properly. This is America. We know how to clean the goddamn meat.
Find that. Show me fucked up a stand on a map, please. I want to tour. I want to travel there in the winter.
All those countries that are former Soviet republics might as well just call themselves fucked up a stand.
You kind of have a point.
Thank
I
you.
hope Klay Thompson isn't washed. I'm worried that injury is the last we're ever going to see of a dominant
Dude, he missed 3. You
offensive
can't
force.
miss 3 years.
No.
He'll never be the same.
No, it's just the bounce is missing. The shot will always be there, but like he can't. I mean, even stepping into a shot, it just doesn't look as explosive as it used to.
Here in a minute when I finish my dinner, I'm going to start talking about the game more. And so if you wanted to watch the game with us, to have some context, turn the game on, right? Turn the volume down, and then, like, turn us up on another TV in your room.
I mean, all you're
Or
gonna
a
miss.
laptop or whatever.
All you're gonna miss are the Statler and Waldorf doing their best routines while Mike Breen just yells "bang" over and over. It's a great product. Yeah.
Okay, now I admit it, I've not watched a shot of these finals. Who's calling the game? Mike Breen, obviously. Who's with him?
Mark Jackson and Van Gundy.
Okay.
The
okay.
two puppets up in the top of the balcony.
You don't like those two?
Not so much, man.
I love Van Gundy.
I think both of them hate basketball at this point in their lives. It just sounds like they despise
Really?
the game that they're paid to announce.
Bitter, washed-up coaches that feel like they got wrong.
Well, and Mark Jackson feels like he should still be coaching this Warriors team. He feels like he could do everything Steve Kerr's done
Bullshit.
with it. And Van Gundy thinks he should have had a job back in the league a decade ago. And at this point, he's so jaded, I don't think he has any time for the league except for showing up to announce 20 games a season.
Have I told you my Van Gundy take a piss story? Clearly not. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to choke you up.
I'm going to choke on noodles. Good Lord. Write that in the obituary.
A lot of Thunderdomers have heard this story, but it's been a while. So,
not the YouTube channel.
it's funny because I was actually just in this hotel yesterday, the West End Riverwalk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was there for Pride, for San Antonio Pride Center luncheon yesterday. Met the
liberal.
mayor. I was yesterday, at least for an hour and a half. I met the mayor.
I hear
He came over to me.
Whoa, you didn't even initiate.
God, no. Pretty cool.
Okay. Well, that's breaking news.
Very cool. Shout out to Mayor Ron Nuremberg of the great city of San Antonio, one of the great mayors in our country. Came over and said hello, what's up, and said it's so good to see me. He hopes I move back permanently. I'm like, wait, that's awesome, dude. Thank you, man. He's like, no, for real. He was an old radio DJ.
Oh,
At
okay.
Trinity.
That's right.
He's
I forgot about that.
Typical. They
connection.
all want to do our job. Even the fucking mayor wants our job.
Yeah. Even the ones that actually are in charge of
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
The mayor's like, hey man, I'm so glad you're home. I hope you stick around for a while. I was like, thank you.
Let me know next time Uncle Andy can't fill in. I'll do a week.
He probably would.
Yeah, throw me on the schedule. I'll do a week.
So anyway, so the Rockets always stay there when they play the Spurs at the West End Riverwalk. This goes back to when Van Gundy was coaching. And my buddy does television for the Rockets, a guy, Craig Ackerman. I've told you about Craig. One of these days, y'all will be in the same room. We'll see how it goes. And Craig was in town, and whenever the Rockets would be in town in those days, it's probably rude to be eating and talking, but I'm sorry. I got to finish my dinner. I would always go down and pick Craig up, and we go to lunch. And I went in there. I got there a little bit early, so Craig was like, he was still coming back from shoot-around. And Van Gundy had already gotten back from shoot-around, I guess. And so I had to go take a leak. And I'm waiting in the lobby, so I get up to go to the restroom, and Jeff Van Gundy's in there taking a piss at the urinal with his trousers to his ankles.
Look,
all the way, like a little kid.
we all
Like this. You know, little kids will go down to the potty.
Yeah,
They'll go to the
yeah.
urinal, and they'll take their pants and put them all the way the fuck down to the ankles and just stand there like this with their hands on the hips. Woo! And just go everywhere in the urinal. That's 55-year-old Jeff Van Gundy pissing like
no
this.
one ever told him to stop. I mean, I'm just
What
imagining.
the fuck? Like he's 4.
Yeah. No one ever told him to stop. I find myself sometimes, like as a little kid,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll tuck my shirt up underneath my chin and hold it like that.
Yeah.
And then I find myself being in a public bathroom. I'm like, if someone walks in right now,
Right.
they're just going to see me looking like a 10-year-old taking a piss in here. And I can't imagine
Yeah.
being in public and just dropping full to the ankles.
All the way, dude.
And thinking nothing of it.
He's just
Like,
taking
no-
a piss like he's 6. It's ridiculous.
Just everybody uses the restroom. Well, why is everyone
I
looking
never
at
did
me
that.
so weird?
But a lot of little kids, for whatever reason, piss like that. I don't know why.
You never did that. I like how you,
No.
I like how you throw out
I
the
didn't.
identifier there.
I want that on the record. I did not do that.
How do you know? You don't remember every single leak
remember
you
being
took as a
5.
kid?
I don't like to use the urinal anyway because in those days I didn't want to use it because it splashed on me.
Oh, well, I still have that issue because every urinal is made for a dude half my height. So I'm literally, I got like
God,
3
yeah.
feet to cover before it hits porcelain.
I've got one more kebab to eat and I'm finished out.
I'm savoring that other kebab. That
look.
thing's so damn good. Hey,
Look,
look, there's the Celtic you couldn't remember earlier.
Jaylen Brown.
You mean the former 3rd overall pick?
Puma challenged me earlier to name 3 Celtics and I couldn't do it.
You got the coach, if we count him, if we count Ime.
Well,
I mean, he's part of the organization.
he's a coach, baby.
Yeah.
Year 1, NBA Finals. The Greg Popovich Invitational. There's Derek White. I know Derek White. It just didn't come to mind.
Yeah, it just didn't go. Yeah.
I know the Texans and the guys with Spurs affiliations. And I said this earlier, and I think a lot of y'all are like this too. Tell me I'm wrong, viewers. I love the Spurs. I know everything there is to know about the Spurs. I can analyze the Spurs. I'm not going to say like Sean Elliott can. But if Sean Elliott swallowed his tongue one night and I happened to be at the game, and I needed to sit there with Bill Lynn and do a Spurs game.
You're the 12th man of the announcing world.
Yeah,
Just
I'm going to
pull
go on
you
the
out of
record. I'm going to go on the record right now and volunteer myself. I think it'd be great. I'd also volunteer to fill in with the great Bill Schoening, too. Sorry.
Unfortunate.
That was a drop.
LG and those damn drops.
Gary Payton in the house. God, he's such a crotchety asshole.
Timeout.
Yeah, anyway, I'm volunteering to be the Spurs backup broadcaster. I won't cuss, and I do a good job.
You'd be fine.
Point is,
Get through.
I could totally get through a Spurs broadcast. I don't care about the rest of the NBA. Is it possible that I know a lot about basketball, love the Spurs, watch all their games, and hate the NBA? I don't want to say hate. I don't love it. It doesn't cross my mind unless I'm forced to.
I don't think it's that uncommon. I think there's a lot of Cowboys fans that stop watching the NFL once the Cowboys lose.
No question.
They lose in the last week of the season or first round of the playoffs.
They watch the Super Bowl, but that's it.
Right. Yeah.
They might check in on a playoff game if they happen to be home or whatever.
Maybe.
They're not fired up for the playoff game. Although they probably have money bet. A lot of people, NFL fans, have money bet.
Since you did mention Gary Payton the second, you know why he's the second and not
No, I
Junior?
mentioned the old man.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
In connection to Gary Payton II, who's playing in the finals.
Really?
You know
What team? Golden State or Boston?
We talked about the cheap shot that knocked him out of the last
It
playoff.
doesn't say Spurs on the motherfucker's
Okay.
shirt. I don't give a damn.
So as I was saying,
Come on now, Spurs!
Gary Payton II
Yeah.
is not Gary Payton Jr., even though he is the son of Gary Payton.
That's because Gary likes to fuck chicks and not use a condom.
That's correct. You know the story here?
Yeah. He's just such an arrogant asshole. He wants all of his offspring
No,
named after him, whether their
you're-
mamas are the same or not.
You're confusing him with
Sean Kemp?
No, not Sean Kemp, the former boxer,
George Foreman.
Half the other guys that ever played in the NBA.
Every single one of George's sons, even George's daughter's named like Georgina.
No, Dion. Dion's got a bunch of kids that have the form of Dion in their name.
Okay, so long story short, Gary Payton's rookie year, he knocked up two girls, and they both wanted to name the kid Gary Payton.
Right. Yeah.
And so he told one of them, you can use Junior, and the other one, you can use Gary Payton #2.
And they roll with it.
They're born like 5 months apart from each other. So Gary Payton Jr. is not an NBA player, but Gary Payton II, born 5 months later
Right.
than Gary Payton Jr.,
Yeah.
is who's playing for the
So
Warriors.
is the second there watching his brother play?
Junior would be there watching his half-brother
Yeah.
because they only share a dad.
Ah.
It seems pretty obvious
How many guys
to
in the
me
NBA?
that the Warriors were ready to send a message with this.
How many
first
guys
quarter.
in the NBA?
What, 15 a team, 30 teams, 151, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
I just did the math for you, 195,
Okay. So
200 people, something like that.
Yeah, okay. So 9,355 children. I'm proud of that.
Proud of that
I am.
setup.
I know. I'm super proud of it.
I didn't even realize I was walking up to the tee and just placing the ball
Yeah.
right there with perfect conditions,
Yeah.
with the wind, with the jet stream blowing out to right center.
All right. Just ate a bunch of meat. Do I have shit in my teeth? Like I'm on TV.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. This is Mike Taylor Live presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. We love them very hard. They have been a day one almost sponsor of this show. They are the title sponsor of this show. There were only 5 locations when we started doing this show earlier this year. Now they have 9.
Huh.
Just saying. It was super cool to see Mr. Singh at the barbecue on Saturday at Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club. That was a lot of fun to see him and hang. He even came and hang out at the social spot with us.
Boy,
That some bitch can drink. He's in the right business, Mr. Singh.
he found his calling. Sorry, this pork is just so
I'm
good.
belching, sorry. He absolutely found his calling. So thank you to Mr. Singh for being the title sponsor of our show, Texas Cheer Liquor.
What the hell? What do you marinate? What do you marinate this pork in?
Vagina sauce.
Pretty much nectar of the vagina gods. It's amazing. Freaking amazing.
Go make me another plate. I'm kidding, dude. That's Mo. His wife made all this food from scratch, right? The whole thing. Actually, can I have some more lumpia?
Here,
Thanks,
eat
dude.
one of those.
Oh, never mind.
I got
why don't
one
you
and
eat
some
that?
sauce. Because I'm working on this port.
No, I'm gonna dip it in your sauce
Please.
that you've already been using.
I
I'm gonna do it. Watch.
brought enough for the whole community.
We've shared weed. This is fun. No telling what else too. This is San Antonio.
That's the least of my concerns.
That's come on, brother.
There's your boy, Bob Williams.
Aggie. All right, now I'm gonna start analyzing ball. You ready? Oh, they're getting ready to go to commercial. So I'm not allowed to say the score of anything right now.
You can say the Warriors have a lead.
Warriors have a pretty big lead at the end of the first. Yeah?
That seems fair.
All right.
Doesn't seem like we're crossing too much gray area.
Just when I get ready to start professionally analyzing the game. Dude, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We got more lumpia. Oh, my God. That's a lot. Look at that shit.
Holy hell.
Homemade lumpia. Hell yeah. That's good shit. Thanks, dude. All right,
I had no idea we
they're at
were going to
break
have
now.
this much food.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to eat too much of it. I've got strong beer,
I'm afraid I already
so I eat
have.
a lot of food.
I got
What are you
strong
drinking?
water.
What are you drinking?
Tequila, Topo,
That's that goddamn ranch water.
2 ice cubes.
God damn.
That's it.
This
Can't
is
let it get watered down.
French beer.
La fin de monde.
Unibrew.
La fin de monde.
La fin du monde. French beer.
That means the world is final?
La fin, the final.
What's
Monde.
monde?
The end of the world.
Into the
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
yeah.
the last-
The world
yeah,
is
end of-
final.
end of world,
okay.
yeah. It's good shit.
That's 5 years of French for you. I
That's
was
good,
able to
too.
come up with the world is
Didn't
final.
learn too much in that class, did you?
Quickly, LG's like, yeah, it's the end of the world, dumbass.
Didn't learn a whole lot of French in that class, did we?
Not enough. Not enough to take it for 5 years.
Why the fuck did you take French in high school at Glen Rose? Take Spanish. It's Texas. Like the
Everybody
rest of
took
us.
Spanish. I thought it'd be more fun.
You always have to be that dude, man.
I thought I would get more out of French. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to start watching ball because the quarter's not over.
Oh, I gave it to him.
Yeah, they added 2.2 seconds, but don't. Oh, but we're shooting up. So the Warriors have a big lead on Boston, but it's the NBA, and big leads always get blown. Early leads always get blown. They're lucky; they get blown a lot. You get it?
Oh, it could be. Got it. It could be a 20-point lead right now in the first, and it
So
wouldn't be
when can I
safe.
say the score? What if they go to commercial and after 45 seconds, can I say
Pretty
that
much.
Golden State's up 10?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool. So Golden State looked like they were going to run away with it, but Boston's hung tough, and they're within striking distance
There it is again.
toward the end of the first quarter. We need to start filling in for missions and
I would
Stuff
if
like
they,
high school
if they
games.
actually gave us. I would drive to every high school that would let us actually do play-by-play. I would be more than willing to cover
you know
ground.
What? Here's what will make your world implode. If I were able to string together us doing a Glen Rose game, that'd be funny.
They have a radio station.
I'm sure they do. Was it K-Bag?
Okay.
WKKK? What do they call the station in Glen Rose?
Yeah, we were one of the first west of the Mississippi. WKKK. No, that's where you can catch Heiko Tigers athletics, not Glen Rose
Heiko
Tigers.
racist. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we're progressive compared. We're AOC compared to Heiko.
No shit.
We're a bunch of Bernie Sanders compared to the David Dukes of Heiko, Texas.
Oh, look, LG's got a copy of Friday Night Lights on his table. They're at commercial, so I'm going to dick around till the game comes.
Yeah, I do. I had to do a book report on that.
Really?
In college, yep.
The great
Sure did.
H.G. Bissinger, he's a fucking asshole.
That's what I hear, which
Was
is
he?
Yeah.
unfortunate. He's still
I know
alive.
that.
Huh?
He's still alive, right? It's not a
Yeah,
was he?
he's alive. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
good. NPR brings him on every now and then still.
Richard Dent. Is Richard Dent still locked up? I think he is.
Yeah. Carl Schoning's in here in the chat saying he could get y'all a play-by-play gig if you're interested in doing something.
We do it, Carl. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I forget. He does the streaming network.
He's asking if you want him to reach out to Reagan High School.
Oh, is that on his network?
I
Must
guess
be
so.
on
I
the
don't know.
network.
I would not cuss, I promise, and I would not do cochinos. We would be
Yeah.
funny, but I would tamp down all the sex talk.
No, I think it would be striking how Actually, that kid has one arm.
Have either of y'all done play-by-play before?
I have, but it's been a long time.
All right.
I've done analyzation and play-by-play.
I've
Okay,
only
there
ever
you
done
go.
it in my mind as a kid whenever I would mute the Ranger games and just do the play-by-play myself.
All right.
I once got kicked off a Sam Houston State baseball broadcast
No way.
because they were getting their ass kicked so bad that the station manager, who was some wannabe cunt bitch who thought she was going to go on the radio and be a professional, she was a student, literally came into the press box when we were doing a game, and she was like, "You guys are done. That's it. You're done. You're never doing radio again at this school." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She said, "No, you guys are done. Go to commercial. You guys are done." Because it was like 18-2 in the 6th inning. We were getting our ass kicked. Sam Houston was. And so Craig and I, the current voice of the Rockets, you stupid bitch.
Never gonna do radio again. Neither one of you.
Yeah, neither one of you.
You're
Yeah.
done.
Hi, Mayor of Sports, you cunt. She comes in there because it was like 18-2, and we were having fun. We weren't even doing that much. They even wrote a column in the school newspaper at Sam Houston State. One of the sports columnists, KSHU broadcast crew kicked off air. Play-by-play man said duck fart on the air. Oh, for God's sake, I said duck fart. Somebody hit a little squibbler in front of the mound, and I called it a duck fart. It was 18-2, man.
What do you want me to do?
I was making the broadcast.
That's a quality metaphor right there. Honestly,
I agree.
That's
It was
quality.
a duck fart.
That's descriptive. Adjectives.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. All right, this is the part of the program where I say subscribe and like to our show. If you want to subscribe to it, that'd be great. Keep us employed. Although we're self-employed on this show, I guess, but it'll keep me
Still
motivated.
employed.
It'll keep me motivated to keep doing this if you boys subscribe and like our show. Share it too if you want to. They're getting ready to come back and start the second quarter. The Celtics are down, I think, by 10.
Somewhere in
Steph
there.
Curry missed a free throw with 0.2 seconds to go in the quarter, and so I think Boston's within 10. Although it was looking there for a minute,
All right,
like
inbounds.
Golden State might run away with the game. All right, the second quarter is getting underway. Who the fuck's this white boy?
Well, that's MAGA Peyton Pritchard, the kid from Oregon a couple years ago.
He's MAGA?
Mm-hmm.
I say MAGA. Why do you say MAGA? It's MAGA.
It's MAGA.
MAGA. You say Vietnam?
I say the war in fucking Vietnam.
No, it's the war in
Viet-fucking-nam.
fucking
Yeah, thank you.
Vietnam. Oh, we don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam.
Vietnam.
That's wrong, too. It's Vietnam. Do you say Nevada or Nevada?
I say Nevada.
You say Colorado or Colorado?
Colorado.
It's fucking MAGA, man. So why is he
MAGA.
How's he in
It's
the NBA?
MAGA because it's not, you don't say, it's make. So make, MAGA. Make America. MAGA.
MAGA.
MAGA sounds like, that's exactly what you would call it, pinky
He
out
ain't
elitist.
MAGA. His ass would have been busted out by ball players.
No,
by
he
now.
when he got drafted by Boston, that was the most overused Twitter joke of the week. Was he'll fit right in because he had MAGA sympathize posting on his social media.
Oh, and he's in the most racist city in America?
Correct, yeah. So it was everyone got their jokes in at the expense of
Where did he play college ball?
Oregon. He was really good
Oregon.
at Oregon.
The Ducks?
Mm-hmm. He might have even been, if he wasn't Pac-10 Player of the Year, he was
Fuck out of the way, Lawrence.
top
Can't
3.
see the goddamn game. I'm just kidding. All right, so who's on the floor here? Am I allowed to say that?
No, because that would technically be play-by-play.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you
Okay,
can
fine.
say,
Derek Harper down to Mark Aguirre. Aguirre under the paint to Harper.
again, that's
Miss
still
layup.
play-by-play. It's just not accurate play-by-play,
He's not even the right team.
which could be construed for
All right. So I can't even analyze. I just have to comment.
right.
Okay.
But you can say, Boston has made this deep run on the shoulders of late first-round draft picks like Pritchard and Williams and Bob Williams and Grant Williams, who they all found in late first round, who
Bob
are
Williams.
all playing. Doesn't that sound like an old
Aggie.
It sounds like a guy that opens for Marty Robbins. Go see Bob Williams and Marty Robbins at Floors.
You think this Bob Williams knows who the fuck those people are?
Oh, I bet this
Maybe.
Bob Williams is
Shreveport,
a
Louisiana kid.
huge Bob Wills fan. Huge. Bet he loves Western Texas swing music. Yeah, where'd we saw it? We looked it up earlier. Shreveport. He's a Shreveport
You
native.
think Pritchard overly celebrates his teammates to show that he's not racist.
No question.
Goes over like pats black guys on the ass. Hell yeah!
Way to go, man.
Bud! Way to go, man!
I support you full-heartedly.
Okay, I don't want to throw that poor kid on the bus. Is he really racist?
No, he's not at all. That's
why are you fucking with him then?
Because that was
That ain't
I
cool.
said, I didn't make the joke. That was the most overused joke the week he got drafted. And that's just all I remember about
calling
it.
somebody a racist is these
call-
days worse than calling him a child molester.
Did I say racist? No, I
You
said.
said he was MAGA.
And I
They're
think
all
you're
fucking racist.
And I think you're solidifying the point that I'm making. I said he was a MAGA sympathizer. Man, Draymond wanted to take souls right there.
I love Draymond. I hate people that don't like him.
I understand.
I don't hate them all personally. I hate your opinion that you don't like him.
I understand why people say they don't like Draymond.
Because he's a dick. And if he played for the Spurs, half this fucking city would have his jersey because he's a badass.
If he played for the Spurs, he'd be one of the most beloved players in franchise history.
Certainly of this era,
The thing
sure.
I hate most about is the same people that tell me they can't stand Draymond are the same people that say, well, the league's changed. It's not like it was when I grew up.
Draymond is a prototypical 90s player.
He is the starting power forward for the 1993 Western Conference All-Stars.
Fuck yeah.
Like, he's that guy.
Love that
he's
guy.
He's in the wrong era.
Am I allowed to say that he has white hair in his beard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
How old
Draymond's
is he now?
old.
32?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this core has been together a decade. I mean, they've seen 3 different transformations under basically. I mean, it's easy to forget Steph Curry and Monte Ellis were backcourt teammates for multiple years.
Yeah, Monte's been dead 6 years.
Okay, Monte, I think, is probably still cooking guys at the local Y.
In heaven.
No. Again, even Delonte West is still alive. Monte's fine. Let's pray for Delonte. He was found on the streets again. Did you see those pictures?
I did, yeah. Just let him stay out there. That's where he wants to be.
It was like a month ago.
Just take him chicken and pancit noodles and he'll be fine.
A month ago they were trying to get him a tryout for the Big 3. And it looked like he was back playing pickup. There was footage of him actually in a court.
He doesn't want to, man. He wants to be out there begging and
It's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
You always have to. You mentioned Delonte West a lot.
One of my 3 favorite college teams ever was the St. Joe's team with Jameer, Delonte, and that big man that made it in the league for a while too.
The crazy ball-headed coach.
And
yeah. He's dead
Martelli?
too. He's up there with Monte Ellis cooking.
Wasn't that his name?
Barbecue.
Phil Martelli?
Yeah, Martelli. Yeah.
Martelli's alive too. He's not dead.
Really?
I'm not confident, but I think I would have remembered. No, the Arizona team with Miles Simon and Mike Bibby.
Yeah.
The St. Joe's team, and then probably that TJ Ford Texas team.
Do y'all remember the intro to the Beverly Hillbillies? The Beverly Hillbillies. And they all loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Remember the truck that was all piled up full of shit?
Uh-huh.
They had to put Granny up on top because there was no room for her on the pickup because it was just all stacked full of shit. That was me riding over here tonight in your wife's car.
Boys, man, it's funny you're about to mention my wife. My wife loves Flower Mound's own Marcus Smart's hair because it's green.
I love that.
It's awesome.
He's a team player. He's got spirit. Yes,
That's
he
good.
does.
She loves it. And she also fully supported him.
By the way, LG,
this
is an R&R spot if you want to put the logo up. We're getting to it. What are you saying?
Oh, she also fully supported him charging into the crowd in Lubbock when he played at Oklahoma State. When I literally told him, I was like, "Remember that guy?" She was like, "Oh, I love his hair. I love his hair."
What is it? Guns up? Guns up?
Get your guns
up, bitches! Get your guns up!
I bought my ticket. I can say what I want.
Hell yeah.
Raider power.
Woo!
No, when she noticed he had the green hair, she literally was like, "Oh, I like that guy. Who is it?" I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that charged into the crowd in Lubbock when he played for Oklahoma State."
Yeah.
And without hesitation, she goes, "The guy probably deserved it." It's just
Maybe.
like just instantly knowing like he's a random dude sitting courtside at a Tech Oklahoma State game. He probably said something across the line. Probably said something offensive.
So when I rode over here in your wife's car, I feared for my safety.
More so than riding in my car?
No, not more. Well, I don't know. Same fear, but
I'm about
for
to shove this
different
whole
reasons.
bite in my mouth. Look
Go
at the
for
size
it.
of this thing.
Different reasons. I fear riding with you because you drive like a maniac.
I drive properly.
No, you don't. I feared riding over here with her because she couldn't see jack shit
She almost sideswiped a car changing lanes.
twice.
Don't think I didn't notice.
I did, and there's all kind of shit piled in that car.
It's like Dave's confused. I see you hanging out with that wrong set of kids. Don't think I haven't
I felt
noticed.
like I was on some train tracks in New Delhi in 1982 where they all have to hang off the side, you know?
1982? How about 10 hours ago?
Where you can't see the train because it's full of people. That's your car. And you know what? All I could think, though, was that damn windshield bothers me. I need you to fix that windshield just for me.
I think we're
Will
on.
you fix it for me, please?
I think we're making so much progress on that front. I think it's going to be done within the next
I need closure.
3 to 4 months.
His wife's car has had a windshield crack it's turned into a giant spider web of cracks at this point. And I'm not in that car a lot, so when I see it, when I do get in that car, I can tell the difference. I need you to get that car fixed this week at R&R Auto Glass, please, at 281 in Tacoma, by the airport, just across the airport for 281, about a quarter mile down past the porno shop. Tell them I sent you in there and get the Taylor Especial. You'll probably get more than that. Just let you know.
Oh, she's already. I think her and Janet are DMing.
Oh, good. Very good. All right, good. Get that sumbitch fixed. I saw them at the barbecue, and I brought your wife over, introduced them, and I think Janet was ready to get that thing rolling. All right, where are we at in the game here? We're back to commercial here.
Yeah, we're, halfway through the second-ish?
Boston's fighting through.
We'll give a time check when we get back from commercial break, but it should be, we're not changing, we're not fast forward or rewinding. So if you sync it up one time, you should be with us.
You're talking about the core of the Warriors. When was the Kawhi Leonard when he stepped on that damn
What was that, 17?
dirty Euro's foot? 17?
I want to say.
Yeah,
It's
something like that.
First year that came to mind.
Yeah, so here we are in 2022. You've got gray-bearded Draymond. Klay Thompson is out there running around on 1 foot after missing 3 years. And look at little Steph Curry. His parents are now divorced.
Oh,
How about that? What a great story.
We need to get into that on the radio show.
Steph's still kicking ass, though, is my point.
Well, of
you want to make
course.
fun of his whore mom?
No,
Go ahead.
that's
Go ahead.
not at all.
Go ahead. Call her a slut. Call her a cock fiend.
I want to
Cum
be
dumpster.
accepting of everybody's lifestyle, and it sure seems like they had a
They
lifestyle.
were fucking them other people.
that
They
I
fell
would
in-
be
You don't fall in
accepting
love.
of.
When you're swinging with a couple, you don't fall in love with the
Wait,
other one. That's
so
bullshit.
You mean when Sonya leaves and hooks up with the guy that's the former Patriots player, and then Dale hooks up with the former Patriots player's wife in response to Sonya going, yeah, I think that's
for those who don't know,
that's an accepting
so
lifestyle.
Steph Curry's mama has remarried. This big
Are
tall,
they officially married?
I don't know. This big tall white boy from again.
Might
He
as
played
well.
for the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well,
Tight end, I think.
All right. And that guy, his ex-wife, is banging Dell Curry. What the hell?
I think there's
They
no
were
what
all,
the hell.
They were fucking around. They were all swinging. Everything was great, and they fell in love with each other's other partner. That's bullshit. That violates all swinging code. Right, Puma?
That's from what I hear. I hear you don't fall in love with the other person. Sorry, I'm Googling Kawhi Warriors
You just fall
injury.
you fall into their sex parts.
Yeah, it was 2017. I just
Okay,
had to make
cool.
sure I was right. I wouldn't have been able to focus. So what are we talking about?
Has
yeah.
Clay, Has Clay
Yeah,
struggled
no,
in
just
this
fuck
series?
the other person. Don't fall in love. Come on.
Right.
What are we doing
yeah,
here?
yeah,
what
no
are we
shit.
doing here,
Ain't
Del
talking
Curry?
about love.
You're Del
Ain't
effing
talking
Curry.
about love. Do, 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 do.
Don't settle for
Ain't
the...
talking about love. My love is riding to the core.
do you want to talk about some people that were accepting of different lifestyles? I bet the
Well,
members
David Lee
of
Roth
Van
never
Halen,
fell in love with anybody. He just left his seat and went home like you're supposed to in a scene like
as
that.
the good Lord intended.
Right. They used to always play that at Stars games back when I would cover the Stars. And ain't talking about love.
Again,
My love is riding to the core.
another locker room that is accepting of different lifestyles.
What song did they play after every Stars home victory?
Houses of Rockin'.
Oh,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I think that was an easy layup question.
Played Stevie on the show today. even.
Layup question.
That is a pretty easy one.
You played Stevie today?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think we went out to, I think final segment was Cold Shot.
Oh, good.
Jason Tatum wants people to think he's Kobe so bad, but he's not even T-Mac.
Bryant.
He's not even T-Mac yet, but he makes sure the media gets the screenshot of him texting Kobe's dead phone number and puts his Twitter profile bio avatar picture as him doing the exact same pose as Kobe from that iconic photo shoot.
How about these Celtics making this game close?
They're a defensive team. Led the league in defense. They're going to be in. The Warriors aren't going to run away with this series. They're not going to run away with games in this series.
For the record, Puma picked him in 6. I picked Golden State in 7. Although right now it's an absolute toss-up.
I don't think either team wins in 6. I don't see. Have you heard the conspiracy that Otto Porter is a grandson of Wilt Chamberlain?
Really?
You ever seen a
if Wilt
picture of them
Chamberlain
two
fucked
next to each other?
100,000 women, we're all maybe a grandson of Wilt's.
Easy to buy into the conspiracy.
Sure.
They do have a shocking resemblance to each other.
Show me Otto Porter on the phone.
Yeah. Otto Porter, literally, you could just
Draymond
put
Green.
his face over Wilt holding up the 100-point sign in Hershey.
Y'all want to do some email, Lawrence? Shall we?
Hit the sack.
Hit the sag, LG.
Hit the nos.
Where is it? Here we go.
There.
Mail, motherfucker.
I mean,
Look at all the response tonight. We're rolling, kicking ass. Let me
seriously.
see. Holy shit, that's his brother.
I'm telling you.
Can I show this up?
No, I don't. Well,
Fuck it.
I don't.
There you go.
My porn tabs might still be on there.
Oh, you're fine. We all know what
Back
you're
it
at.
up
We
some.
all
It's out
kn-
of focus.
Oh, we all know what
There
the
you
hell
go.
you do.
That's,
Close all my incognito tabs of tentacle porn.
Here, take that.
Thank you. You remember when the New York Times writer got busted with tentacle porn up on his screen?
What on earth is tentacle porn?
You don't want to. If you don't know, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Why do white people fuck animals? That's so stupid.
Well, it's actually, Mike, it's not white people that are known for tentacle porn.
Who is it?
yeah.
Gee,
LG!
who might it be?
LG going,
Who might it be, Lawrence?
yeah.
Who's responsible
All
for
right.
tentacle
And
porn?
So for more, we turn to our tentacle porn correspondent,
here's our Asian
LG.
correspondent,
no,
DJ LG.
It's not our Asian, it's our tentacle porn correspondent.
There you go. There's a building in downtown Tokyo in Shinjuku, which is the red light district, and it's like a giant office building. It's got like 7 floors, and it's called Don Quixote, and it's the largest adult store in all of Tokyo.
Hell
and
yeah.
the higher up you go, the more freaky it gets.
I
on the
see.
floors.
How many floors?
7. At least
What level can you get to tonight?
I only
I
went
do-
up to 7. So.
I'm maxing out at 5
Whoa,
tops if I make it there.
So yeah, there was an entire section dedicated to toys that were shaped like tentacles.
The 5th floor is just
Yeah,
a bunch of
that was on like
dolphins and
the 3rd
anacondas.
floor though.
What do you do
So I
with
don't
a
know after
tentacle?
that.
It's not hard. You can't penetrate anything with a tentacle.
Again,
You know,
if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
slap him in the titties with
No.
it's a Japanese thing.
It's
but
Slap
a-
there
him in
you
the
go.
face.
Yeah, it's
Wad it up and shove it up there with your fist.
okay. Again, it's doesn't take much wadding. It's
Is that why you like octopus so much, Puma?
I do love octopus.
loves
I
octopus.
love the popo. love.
I'm in love with the popo.
He ate the shit out of it the other night at Toro.
Oh man,
That was delicious.
I will go to
It's
town
excellent.
on some tentacles if they're prepared correctly.
How about Andrew Wiggins, former #1 pick? I don't know. I thought I'd throw that out there.
It feels like
You were saying I don't give a shit about Andrew Wiggins.
No, this is a viewing party because I'm randomly going to ask if you remember. It wasn't New York Times. It was a Washington Post journalist that he was doing a Zoom conference call during the pandemic and had all of his hentai and tentacle porn. All of that still up on his browser and forgot about it. And so it was broadcast out to the masses.
How long's Andre Iguodala been in the league? Good God.
God, we're in,
Good
what,
Lord.
year
Get out of here.
14 or so. He's still,
He needs to go join Monte Ellis in basketball heaven.
he's kind of become like their Udonis Haslem.
He's playing. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he's out there playing.
But he's more of a coach teaching these young guys like that, like Gary Payton II, teaching them the system, teaching them where to find their roles surrounding the three bell cows of the core, Curry, Thompson, and Draymond.
I did love Gary Payton, the real Gary Payton.
Yeah, you argued harder for Gary Payton than damn near any player we've debated.
I love him.
And I do too.
Had he not played in fucking Seattle, I think more people would recognize his greatness.
I think his greatness is just limited by his offensive limitations. I mean, people would remember him more if he was
asked to point guard the team, and he did.
Yeah, but if he had years like Chris Paul in the middle of his career where he was a 23 to 26 point a game guy, we would remember Gary Payton very differently. I think of Gary Payton as the best defensive guard in the league at his prime, and a guy that you couldn't count on for more than 20 points a game. If you got 21 out of him, you were ecstatic because you knew he held the opposing point guard to less than that. Well, I mean, Gary Payton's career average has got to be somewhere like 17, 18, just guessing off the top of my head.
That's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible, but it's not top 3-point guard of all time.
No.
And the defensive excellence doesn't make – well, you and I were –
on a top 20-point guard list.
You argued him ahead of Steve Nash, which is insane.
It's not insane.
Steve Nash is a back-to-back MVP.
He gives a shit. Give a fuck if a bunch of fat-ass sports writers.
Because you have to – how many a game? 16 a game. So I even overshot Gary Payton's career. Man, it was my whole point. I mean,
had he played for fucking Mike D'Antoni, he might have scored more points.
No, he wouldn't have because he wouldn't have
hit threes like Steve.
He couldn't have, and he couldn't have run the offense the way Steve did. He's nowhere near the same passer as Nash.
You know why Spurs fans?
But his offense or his defense more than makes up for Nash's defense.
Spurs fans underrate Steve Nash because every time that we saw Steve Nash, he was a bitch. He got treated
honestly,
like the vagina that he was.
Most of the time you saw Steve Nash outside of the regular season, he had bitch-like tendencies.
Yeah, because that's why.
But
I
can
trust Gary Payton in a playoff series. I can't trust Steve Nash in a playoff.
Oh, how many rings did Payton bring you?
None. Again, had he not played in Seattle, I think he'd be considered to be a greater ball player than he is currently.
Oh my God, he was on that Heat team. You're right. You're so right.
Who?
He got Gary Payton.
Oh, I don't care.
He was on. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do much.
No, not 06. Was it 06? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 06.
Sure?
Yeah, I remember.
No shit.
He didn't play. There was someone else at the end of that roster too.
I was supposed to go to the sack. My bad, I forgot. My
bad.
Yeah.
Is that
let's do it again. Here we go.
Okay, do it again. Mail, motherfucker. Brought to you by JM Pool and Spa. Thank you, boys. Those guys are awesome. I appreciate JM Pool and Spa. That dude has a good idea. But I was talking to him today, George from JM Pool and Spa. So he noticed that it was kind of hot Saturday at the barbecue. Did you notice that?
I'm glad someone picked up on that.
So George at JM Pool and Spa was saying that next year he's offering to set up like some sort of a cooling center. They're going to set up these misters, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, with free water. See, I've got a text message from him tonight. Let's see, where you at,
That's
George?
right. It was UCLA legend Jason Capono. I loved that dude.
Jason Capono.
He was on that 06 Miami.
Was Gary Payton? He was not.
Gary was.
No,
yeah. Absolutely was.
Okay, so George also represents IPSA.
So was Michael Doliak.
That is a organization of pool and spa company owners in the area. Next year, we will present a cool zone with chairs, tables, a big-ass tent, and portable AC. Air conditioning and free water. Yes, absolutely. No question. What do we got here for the mail? How about the NBA conspiracy theory that Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's son? Houston's own Jimmy Butler?
I don't know how that one works. I don't know how that timeline works out, though. Because that would have meant...
thank you, man.
That would have meant... because Jimmy's what? 33? 32?
What? Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler, yeah.
Yeah, 30, 31.
So that would mean go back. What year here?
Where did he play college ball? Tyler Ginger.
He started out at Tyler, but then he transferred to Marquette, if I remember correctly.
How the fuck do you end up in Milwaukee from Texas?
Oh, Marquette recruits the shit out of the JUCO circuit.
Well.
Yeah, 32. So Jimmy Butler would have been, he was born September of 89.
Okay.
So Jordan, 89, September, that would have been.
You got any stuff on that iPad, LG?
Would have been a year before training camp.
Bust out the mota.
There's only one Buy Me a Coffee in here, and it's from the Tulsa State Fair Skyride.
Keep it alive.
Damn it.
Keep it alive.
Stalker.
Hey. You don't understand the value that a Skyrise brings to a community.
He bought us a coffee, and he says, sign my petition to save me, Tulsa State
You've got my word.
Skyride.org.
Okay, you know what? I've decided I'm going to sign it. He's the only son of a bitch that's giving us a coffee tonight. Yeah, I know.
He cares about a cause.
Tip this award-winning show.
And I found out who he actually was the other day. So
No, I don't want to know.
yeah, I'm not gonna out him right now.
Buymeacoffee.com/Mike Taylor Live. $3 to shoot us a tip and buy us a coffee, or subscribe to this thing, or both, or like and share it. Share it with your homies too. You met Foamfoot 420.
I did.
I didn't like that. That kind of ruined a bit for me.
I don't ever want to meet my legal team. I don't want to meet my heroes. I don't want to know who Kerry Von Erich's foot is. I don't want to know any of them.
Yeah.
It's weird that when you meet people and you know them by their handle instead of their actual name. They're like, oh, I'm Mark, but I go by, like Chuckamus Prime. At Chuckamus Prime, and he's been a Twitter follower for years.
Yeah, years.
And then, it's just weird.
Yeah, like Thursday night we'll be at the Missions game, and I'll see a bunch of dudes, and the first thing I'll think of is their handle.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, Brad. Hey, Brad,
That's how it works. That's how my brain works now.
I thought Foamfoot 420 was a chick for the longest.
You did? No.
The profile picture's a girl.
Is it really?
Wait, so you mean people that put avatars online, it's sometimes not actually their real picture? You got catfished.
You got catfished.
That picture's an easy one to get catfished by.
What's your picture right now?
Mine?
Yeah,
I think
still
it's
Lynn Dawson smoking?
No, I've switched to the shirt that the guy made at the cookout, the Hank Hill getting raped by the dolphin.
Oh, I've got props. Remind me to go get them later.
You have props?
Yeah, I had a prop.
Okay. Is it a tentacle?
I've
asked too much.
You've asked too much.
So you said brought up Andrew Wiggins earlier.
Was I bluffing about not knowing what tentacle porn was?
The Warriors wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Wiggins' defense. There's no question about that.
Derek White, Colorado or Colorado State?
Colorado proper.
Colorado
3 years at.
What's that? Yeah, he went to some culinary school. Then he went to Colorado.
Yeah, he went to a JUCO.
This game is stagnated. These teams are tired, Sam. Clearly, the wear and tear of the defensive effort here in the finals is caught up if we have a low-scoring game tonight.
Yeah, Mike, with all the advancement we have in modern travel, it seems like these two teams are still dealing with the old transcontinental lag we dealt with back in the 70s in my time,
Michael Jordan would never have 35 points in the second quarter of an NBA Finals game because he was a real man.
I'd stand corrected. It wasn't JUCO. Derek White played straight D2 ball for 3 years.
Thought he went to Colorado for a year.
He played Division II for Colorado Springs Mountain Lions, and then transferred his final season 1 year at Colorado.
I don't want to eat too much of this lumpia. I'm going to get some more of that pancit.
I've tried not to get up to get seconds because those little fried pork spring rolls are going to I'm going to put more weight on.
How many have you had so far?
12 at least, minimum. I mean, that's probably undershooting it by about 4. I bet I'm closer to 20 than 10 at this point.
Yep.
But they're not even anywhere compared to whatever that pork skewer was. Skewer is not an easy word for me to say fast.
Yeah, apparently not.
It's got skewer. It's because if I wasn't worried about pronouncing it, I'd just be like, yeah, give me some of that shit on that skewer over there.
Anything on a stick is usually good, though. So just throw it on a stick and grill that shit.
No, Carl will be happy to know you did not spike it like he hate me. No, these are, if you're watching the first game of this series tonight, this is exactly what the series has been. I mean,
Really?
It's
boring as fuck.
Well, again, if you like basketball, it's pretty compelling.
I like what we saw back in the day. I don't like this shit.
It's hard. It's one team that plays excellent defense, another team that plays great defense.
You know what? And all the goddamn 3-point shooting, this makes it boring when they don't make it.
See, and I would argue watching these defenses rotate to take away those shots is just as impressive as watching a team score 140.
You like John Madden getting a hard-on watching offensive lineman block, though.
Of course. I get a hard-on when I watch a proper screen set on the off-ball wing that opens up a curl cut for one of the greatest shooters in basketball history.
How many basketball plays can Puma name in one analyzing segment?
Wow,
I'm getting drunk.
Yeah, that would happen quick. I haven't even refilled my mason jar yet.
I got this French shit.
Oh, what? I got this Mexican shit. It's called tequila.
That's right here, Lethal.
You
got water in your shit. I don't have water in my shit.
I got 2 ice cubes, and intentionally only 2.
The fuck is Vistaprint? Oh, it's like a high school ass sponsor. That's bush
Okay,
league.
time out.
That's a shitty sign.
This is the level of analysis that only I see when I'm around you. I've watched the Celtics all playoffs, and I hadn't noticed how janky.
It's totally
their
janky.
Sponsor.
You see that
that's
shit?
Embarrassing.
What the fuck was that?
Whoa!
Get a decent logo.
That's embarrassing. Yeah, that's really bad. There's one.
Traders Village. What the fuck?
Well, whoever it is that has UKG, some tech company or something.
Isn't that a gangster rap group?
Every time I see it, I think, oh, shit, UGK.
What's
like,
up?
all right. Like,
yeah, what's up?
Represent.
I got a new team.
RIP Pimp, yeah. And then Steph reminds me, she's like, actually, buddy, they're one of my tech sponsors. I don't think that's the
They should get a fucking logo
Houston
that looks cool.
Rap Association.
Do the Warriors have a jersey logo? Who do they have?
I think
Rakuten?
they have. Yeah, I think they have Rakuten.
Oh, that's badass.
Right?
That's fucking global and Chinese.
What's even more terrible about it is Vistaprint is a graphic design and printing company.
Oh,
for
no,
Pete's
the
sake.
irony.
And their shit's awful.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean, look, low scoring, defensive battle.
Or shitty play because they're tired, no one's making shots.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's also Game 5 of a physical NBA Finals.
And you know who that favors? Boston.
100%. This game so far, even with the deficit,
Boston
still
may steal this
favors
shit.
Boston. Oh, yeah. Well, Boston, even with their offensive limitations, Boston can score a dozen points as fast as damn near any team in the league. I mean, Tatum is microwavably hot.
When I decided to actually pay attention to this series, I saw today Tatum getting a lot of shit.
He's just inconsistent.
well.
He's just inconsistent.
Not making shots.
He forces too much. Like I was saying earlier, he wants everyone to think of him as Kobe, but he's not even T-Mac yet. Like, he's still got a long, long way to go. He's outside the top 12 league-wide for me still.
There was a time in another world where we called him She-Mac. Mavs fans did. You remember?
Simpler times.
Mm-hmm. Simpler times.
I do remember Game 7 that him and Yao got blown out by 40, where they didn't show up to play.
Yeah. Another playoff dud.
It's
the playoffs. Let me
Van
get my ass
Gundy.
kicked. Yeah.
Coached by
And then D'Antoni.
Pants, yeah. Golly.
Can we comment on the commercials? She's fugly.
Well, I think they're wanting you to try to identify with the individual. Because you notice all of these.
This is not on NBA brand, some fat old lady. I need Tepezza.
Look, some of the. Well, let's not give companies free shout outs until they're paying
I'm
us.
shitting poorly.
But here's the deal.
I'm bagging on Tepezza.
If you're shitting poorly and this company wants you to buy their product, they're not going to put a supermodel out there. They're going to put someone that you're like, look, she's fat and ugly like me.
Oh, I'm in white
pants. She takes these pills. Maybe I should too.
I shouldn't wear white pants because I'm on my period.
The last time I wore white pants to the farmer's market, I shit myself and everybody knew.
But I still love these avocados, and Tepezza made me feel great.
Now I'm on butt plug Ezza. I don't have to worry about that
anymore.
anymore.
Mike Greenberg, he's alive? Holy shit.
Dude, he's having for whatever reason, ESPN keeps thinking more people want to hear his opinion.
No one wants to hear his opinion.
You know who wants to hear his opinion?
No one.
The guy that
His
literally
mother
just
thinks
works
he talks too much.
8 to 5 and has no personality. Just pushes, clocks in, clocks out.
When I see Mike Greenberg, I'm reminded that I once used to work for a radio company that was managed by a radio and media sports broadcast entity, ESPN.
This is an awesome commercial.
Well, okay, the kid got his arm bit off by a shark. Back to what I was saying.
Do you have Division I scholarships to play basketball? You had both your arms.
The kid's like 6'8". Look at his ass.
He's 6'8", but only on one half.
I support him. So anyway.
So does Gatorade. So does generic energy.
Awesome.
Generic hydrating
Idris
sports
Elba.
drink.
He's gotten a lot of poontang in his life. A lot.
Well, combine what you see on the screen with the British accent and...
Yeah,
it's probably a pretty winning combination.
Oh, dude, he was sexiest man alive, I think, 2 or 3 years ago in People. You don't subscribe to People magazine, I guess.
No, I must have missed that.
Oh, for fuck's
No,
sake.
I don't think. I know we talked about that. I distinctly remember that, actually.
ESPN blew as a radio network, and that's why, I mean, they money whipped poor Dan Lebitard, and he hated himself for 7 years while he was doing radio for them, and thank God he was able to get out from underneath their fucking umbrella. They single-handedly ruined ESPN radio in Dallas. The network did up in Bristol.
Yeah.
Because of the management that they hired and the toxicity of the workplace. ESPN radio blows asshole, and not hot model asshole. Fat ass Tepeza taking white jeans wearing asshole. What are you laughing at?
Dude, we're making a game show.
I'm pouring
out
my
of,
heart
I know,
out here.
We're making
talking
a game
about
show
my career
out of everything.
And how wronged I was
did you
from
not
ESPN.
Did you not see
and
the
you're
guy
giving me
stacking,
shit about other stuff.
Did you not see him stacking a giant pretzel on top of a cake or something? I don't know. I have no idea what I just watched, but I am in.
They just showed Wilt Chamberlain, then they showed Otto Porter back to back.
You noticed that, didn't you?
I'm just kidding. They showed
And
Wilt,
then they
but not
showed
Porter.
one of the greatest big men to ever touch a basketball on that final shot too.
Jalen Rose sucks ass. Michael Wilbon's greatness. Mike Greenberg is only there because he's a white dude, and Screaming A does what he does, and people love it.
Wilbon's greatness in print.
I like Wilbon.
I do too.
I like him on air.
He's become a caricature of himself.
But you know what? He's not like Screaming A. Screaming A, that's what he gets people to watch him.
Yeah.
Wilbon's a little bit more kind of, dare I say, like sports reporters on Sunday morning. He's great on something like that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You nailed
60
it.
minutes, Michael Wilbon's
You
your
nailed
guy.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
But screaming and just fucking off and getting ranting and raving, and
I'm old
Screaming A's
enough.
your guy.
I'm old enough to remember when Stephen A. actually gave logical basketball takes about the Philadelphia 76ers and Allen Iverson.
When he covered the Sixers.
Yeah.
For the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Exactly.
He was great.
He's great.
Yeah, but
That's
dude,
what got him
he
to the
makes
position.
60 times the money, and he does exactly what he's supposed to do, and he moves the needle for them.
He gives them the.
I defend him all the time.
Well, defend the.
He does exactly what they pay him to do, and
Right.
y'all watch it. Y'all watch it,
But
Thunderdome.
You don't have to defend his nonsensical opinions
Thank you.
and takes.
Thank
while
you, Miguel
also,
Mascaro. Puma, please tell us how fake Jalen Rose's hair is. Get to that in a minute.
I'm glad someone else has picked up on that. There's something going on there.
And that damn beard, just let it go white, dude. God almighty. He looks like, what was the old Nick that's in those damn commercials where you color the hair?
Not Oakley.
No. Way before Oakley.
Oh, you're talking about
Keith Hernandez is in those too.
Yeah. Walt.
Walt Frazier.
Frazier, yeah.
Man, Walt, come on, man. That don't look right.
Just embrace it.
No, can't. Greenberg is the least talented big-time television broadcaster in America. He's got nothing.
Oh, the Jimmy Butler, Rachel Nichols, that's no conspiracy from the bubble. That happened.
Wait, Jimmy Butler banged Rachel Nichols?
You didn't remember all of that heat?
Again, if it's not the
Literal
Spurs,
heat?
if it's not the Spurs,
Literal and figuratively, actually.
I bet he regretted that the moment he got her undressed and like her makeup smeared off. She's ugly as fuck.
Speak for yourself.
I will. Rachel Nichols is ugly as fuck. I've seen her in person, and
You know what I find?
Damn.
You know what I find hyper intelligent? Wait, hyper attractive?
What?
Sports intelligence, and Rachel Nichols would be just fine in that.
Nah.
She'd be just fine in that area.
Nah, she looks like busted ass.
Make them look a couple sizes bigger.
No, absolutely not. It's all makeup, and it's working miracles. That's a dim-lit woman there when they put her on TV.
One too many lupia.
I don't want to go get my own food, so I'm just going to reach over into your plate.
No, tear into it, please.
I'll walk out.
I need a
I
cigarette.
get it, man. I'm good, dude. You need a smoke?
Let's get
Go
about
ahead. We're
time.
fine.
We're going to hang
Me and
out.
LG can talk about traveling.
Yeah, y'all cover that while I smoke a cigarette during halftime,
Okay.
because it is still halftime.
That's fine. I'm caught up on live reads, aren't I, Lawrence? Oh,
Yeah, you're
have
all good.
I announced our big remote?
Which one?
I have not yet. The one on July 7th. I
no,
don't believe I've said it
think we-
publicly.
No, I don't think
Do I
we've
need to
mentioned
stay
it yet.
here for this one? Tell me
Are
more.
you not aware? I made us some more money.
Tell me more. You have my attention.
Hang on. I heard another Come On Now Spire. Somebody else subscribed. I can't tell who it was. Thank you, man.
Jamie Flores.
What's up, Jamie Flores?
Or Jaime Flores.
Yeah, let's go with Jaime. Jaime. July 7th, this fucking show, whatever you want to call it, is going to be on remote at McFinnigan's Bar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you. Did you not know for real? Or
I'd
you still in
forgotten.
bed? You forgot.
I didn't know that was the date. I mean, like a month
That's
ago,
a Thursday, Lauren? I think it's a Thursday.
you had mentioned that might be happening, but I'd never heard anything else or any dates.
I think it's
or
a
any-
Thursday.
Perfect.
Thursday, July 7th, will be at McFinnigan's in San Antonio. Where's that? Blanco on 410?
Sounds
Ish,
right.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, McFinnigan's Bar on July 7th, 410 in Blanco. This show will be there with a lot more content planned. Or we could just react to games all the time. It's been pretty good, right? First time out of the chute.
Oh, I think it's. I mean, for the content that the game has been providing
into
us.
tentacle porn.
Yeah, I think we're doing. This is exactly.
We picked the worst game of the series so far to sit here and fuck around and pretend we care about the NBA. Well, you do, I don't.
I think I was about to say. I mean, at the end of the day, you care more about talking tentacle porn than NBA Finals anyway.
Oh my God, yes.
And that's why this is a perfect compromise.
Because I need to
can
see what
sit
I need
here,
to see
watch the
tentacle
game.
porn. I want to know what that entails. What the hell are you talking about? Tentacle porn.
Yeah, it's halftime, LG. Throw that up there for him while I smoke a cigarette.
Let me see tentacle porn, Lawrence.
Kill my feed.
He won't go over. Let me see.
Yeah,
No one's,
just-
it's women. We're all a bunch of. We're fine.
They have no idea what's happening in
You
here.
can easily
We
find
could
it.
be
You
s-
have a cell phone.
We could be
You have
circle
TikTok. You have
jerking and they
Google.
wouldn't even know right now. I'm going to kill my mic,
God,
LG. I'll be
so
back.
are you serious? You don't want me to put it? No one's gonna see it. Do I have to do it myself? Is it illegal?
No, it's nothing
Tentacle.
special. There's nothing special about
Yeah,
it.
it seems disgusting. I'm gonna be pissed off I did this.
It's just toys that look like tentacles.
Tentacle
and that's it.
porn.
Or they, you know.
Here we go. God damn it.
Oh,
Okay, let me
man.
see.
Yeah.
Tentacle porn videos. It's all anime so far. She's sucking on it.
Yeah, they do anything you can think of with it.
What is the matter with Japan? That's a country that you always support.
I love Japan.
Again,
amazing.
and tell me why that's holy God.
It's a cool country to visit. I don't know if I could live there, but it's a cool place. Maybe for like a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, let me turn this. I got to turn the sound down.
Yeah. Well, then turn that off.
Hang on, y'all. I got to see this. God dang it.
Delete your browser history when you're
Who
done.
gives a shit? It's not illegal, is it?
No. Or
Hurry
I
up,
don't
girl,
know.
get to
Maybe
the
in some
tentacles.
countries.
Nah, it's fine. God, she's ugly as fuck. You'd have to be an ugly chick to agree to do this shit. Hentai. Is that a big?
It was perfect. It was isolated and everything.
Is that what you call this kind of pornography?
923.
Here we go. Oh, whoa. What on earth? What on earth? Okay.
I like how it went from a watch party for the NBA Finals to watch party for
It still
tentacle
is.
porn.
Yay, go Warriors. Whoa, God almighty. All right, I'm getting out of it. There's nothing appealing about that.
No, not at all.
I don't want to be racist, but Japanese porn's awful. It's terrible.
They like to go to extremes.
No, I don't
they
like
to
it.
go to extremes.
I don't like it. Also, if like the women are never having a good time. I'm not turned on, but they're always getting, that's not appealing to me. I'm not. They are. They're always like whining. They're like in pain and suffering and hoping you get through with it. There's nothing sexy about that. No, fuck that. I am going to kink shame the Japanese pornographers.
Yeah.
I want my woman to be like. I want my woman to be pleased and in ecstasy and like being so happy and free with what's going on. I don't want and then tentacles and shit. And you've seen some of those MPEGs where they'll literally shit in the tub while they're in there. That's ridiculous. Over the top.
The
man.
Germans are known for that as well. So.
Them too. Them fuckers. They like to shit on each other too. God, that's ridiculous. I have another. Are you still gonna go smoke after all that? Oh, for fuck's sake. God almighty.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's terrible. In general terms, Japanese porn is disgusting. There's nothing appealing about it. It's gross. It's bad, and it's borderline abusive. Right, Lawrence?
It's extreme.
It's abusive.
It's extreme.
And those women are not enjoying that at all. That's not fun.
Most of them probably traffic it in.
I get more turned on and more into sex when the girls like totally into it. Because I'm a dude, I can get my nut off in 2 seconds if I want to. I want my woman to be having a hi, Steph. Wait till she leaves.
Bye.
I want my woman to be satisfied and having a good ass time. And that's just stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't want that. It's bad. Come here. Can we introduce your dog to Thunderdome?
If you can get her to come over there.
Come here, sweetheart. My hands smell like meat, so maybe she'll come over. LG got a new dog today, but she's super skittish. I have to take my... Come here, sweetheart. I don't want to scare her. She'll let me pet her, but she won't let me pick her up just yet. Is she a schnauzer?
Yeah, mini schnauzer.
So sweet. A miniature schnauzer. She's so sweet. Yeah, she won't let anybody pick her up just yet. Come here. Oh, I don't want to torture. I want Thunderdome to see. Look at this. Oh my God, look at this. That's so. She's so sweet. She is so sweet. Oh, look at that.
She's tiny.
Oh, and her name was Ellie, right?
Yep.
Hi,
Eloise.
Eloise. But you're gonna call her Ellie for short?
Ellie or Ella.
Oh, she's
something
so
like that.
sweet.
Oh,
We're making her famous already. We have an official dog.
She was rescued from a kill shelter in Brownsville. She was set to be executed.
Are you serious? How do you kill this little doggy? It's insane.
They don't have any room down there, so they just line them up.
Oh, her heart rate's a little elevated. I won't let her panic.
You're freaking her
poor
out,
baby. She's okay. I smell like food, so maybe she's at ease with that somehow.
Maybe.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, so sweet. Oh, if you want a dog sitter, just hit me up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, look at that. She's beautiful. She's so sweet. All right, we're getting here. I'm gonna put you back down. There you go. There you go. Off you go. She's gonna run off like a catfish when you put him back in the water. Swim away. All right, we got the second half about to get up and rolling here. So what the hell? What's the point in the game? Okay, Golden State's up double digits.
Yeah. Start the second half at 51-39.
Yeah. I think part of my anti-NBA sentiments these days, I do think it's a bitter Spurs fan too, because I'm so used to us playing ball. Maybe not. You don't
have a dog in the race, so you don't care about it.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I'm just also reminded that the Spurs used to be really fucking awesome and great and full of legendary Hall of Famers.
You got spoiled.
I did. Yeah, I got really spoiled. But I mean, I think I'm like a lot of other fans. I mean, I don't, and also the other thing with that is that, like, watching these deep playoff teams, these deep runs, like these deep series, like the finals, the conference finals, and the NBA finals. Not only am I reminded that the Spurs used to go to this thing all the time, and used to be great, and always in the playoffs, and always going on deep runs. Like the entire regular season was all about the postseason. the trade deadline, the rodeo road trip, the whole bit. So I'm reminded of what used to be, right? But I'm also sobered when I see like this series tonight. And it reminds me that I don't have a lot of hope for the Spurs getting great again anytime soon. A lot of y'all may disagree with that. And because they're trying to rebuild. They've gone young. Puma was way more confident in them being good faster than I am. I just look at the Spurs and how things are, and knowing Pop's age and who they have on the roster, and I just don't see the Spurs being really good. And what does that mean? I don't know. Winning a division, being a top 4 seed. Let's just say that. Just having home court advantage in a playoff series. I'm not even going to say the finals. Just getting back to the fucking playoffs would help. How far are the Spurs from just making the playoffs, or maybe being in the top 4 seeds in the West? I still think this thing is years away. I think that the Spurs need to just really suck ass for a few years and rack up lottery picks, like Golden State did and Boston did after KG and Paul Pierce and those guys left. Boston didn't take as long, I don't think, as the Spurs may have to take. I look at it. Sucks, and the whole league now has the Spurs imprint. Here's Steve Kerr coaching Golden State. Here's Ime Udoka coaching Golden State. And who the fuck's going to replace Pop? Hopefully it's somebody who's as good as, one of these young guys that have coached for Pop. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe go steal Mike Budenholzer from Milwaukee. Well, Quinn Snyder's the name that comes to mind now. It looks like they're planning for that to happen. He leaves Utah. He'll probably sit out for the year. Wouldn't shock me if he moves back to Texas and he just kind of hangs out with the Spurs and they just kind of groom him for the job. I'm fine with that. Quinn's proven over the last 8 years in Utah he can coach in the league and be pretty good at it. I want to be positive, but I just don't know that we're going to be very good anytime soon, and it sucks. And so, yeah, part of me not giving a shit much about the NBA playoffs this deep in is because I'm reminded of what used to be, and I'm reminded of what's, I think, still far away. As Boston now goes on a big run, and that double-digit lead is a single-digit lead. Boston's now within a basket. About that. Timeout, Golden State. Puma was right. Boston may be down double digits, but they can damn sure come back in a hurry with their ability to shoot the ball. They didn't make jack shit in the first half, but they've opened up here early in the third quarter making everything. Anyway, I'm so sorry I got to see tentacle porn. I had a good buzz going, drinking strong beer, and had some real good dinner. And
did you get enlightened? Or you learned something today?
I learned that I like regular people's sex. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty nasty. I mean, I'll do a lot of shit, but I'm not going to involve animals in my shit and not tentacles. That's stupid. It's also not healthy either to be shoving tentacles up in your crotch. That can't be healthy.
Greg's up in here and wants to know how he can give us some money.
How do I donate to support the show? Oh, well, homie, you go to
buymeacoffee.com. It's right there on the screen.
Yeah, right there. See that? Follow us on. Okay, buymeacoffee.com/Mike Taylor Live. And you can buy 1 cup of coffee for $3. You can buy 1,000 cups of coffee if you want.
Or you can throw some money in the super chat through YouTube. That's
yeah, we can do
way
that.
To do that as well.
Want to watch the end of want to do the end of this quarter and that'd be it?
Oh, yeah.
You might need a microphone.
You back?
Oh, I'm back, Bubba.
Why do you smell like weed and butt?
I don't know, but I'm back.
You smell like tentacles.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
It's awful, right?
It's ridiculous.
No, it's awful.
It's also not sanitary. A woman should not be putting tentacles in her
sanitary.
body. No, it's not
by the way,
sanitary.
Those ladies they're part of a union. There's sanitation
Speaking
standards.
of sex toys, thanks for adding dildos to my Alexa shopping list the last time you were here, Mike. I appreciate
Wait,
that.
what?
I think it was your kids. They added dildos to the shopping list. And they also set a bunch of reminders throughout the day reminding me to wipe my ass.
Did you know it's still illegal to own more than 6 dildos in the state of Texas?
Really?
That's still a state law. I'm almost
You don't have Alexa, do you?
sure.
Don't you have like Priscilla or something? What's your thing?
Priscilla.
What's that?
You don't have Alexa.
You have the knockoff Alexa.
No, I do.
You have
I have
Priscilla.
it.
hang on.
Yeah, I have it.
Hey, Alexa, order Lawrence of Dildo on Pornhub.com.
I don't think she has that skill.
Hey, Alexa.
No, don't do that. Come on now.
You're literally that thing is connected to
Order a pound of marijuana from cartel.net.
cartel.gov so we can track them.
Why isn't weed legal in this state? It's bullshit.
Again, for the same reason you can't buy liquor on Sundays, the same reason you can't buy alcohol after midnight.
Because Jesus is a lie and a bunch of people think it's true.
No, because
Jesus probably
long-haired,
smoked
blue-eyed,
pot.
white Jesus says...
Hey, that's the kid from
Which one?
Frank Gallagher's show on Showtime.
Oh,
Lip.
one of the kids from Shameless?
Yeah, Lip. I like that
really?
kid. Yeah, he's on a new show on Hulu.
Did it look like he was the main guy? Or
He did, yeah. I like him. He's cool.
I might be
Good
interested in that.
We'll never watch it. But I like that kid.
He was good and Shameless.
It was great. I hated how his character ended. I hated how the show
I
ended.
never
for his
finished
character.
it.
You
I
never did?
Nah,
The show
it went too long.
It was terrible.
Way
Well, and
too
it
long.
went to shit to the point where I didn't even care about the conclusion anymore.
Well, and I watched the whole season because I invested all that time. The last season was shitty. It was one of the worst finales of all time. And, yeah. And I hated how Lip's character
Well,
ended
now I'm
up.
glad I never
See,
finished the
that's what-
series.
oh, look, hey,
Ass.
told you. Yeah, I mean, that took all of
Yeah,
less
I know.
than 2
I just
minutes.
gave you propers. Yes,
Well, thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Look, and there's that. Oh, that's
Oh.
great. That is a great move by Al Horford. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's the thing. That's
How old is that fucking guy?
well,
Lord, yeah, he's
36.
still playing.
And part of that, you remember that was another. You talk about fun college basketball teams.
Hey,
the
Greg, if you're going to ask how to help, and I tell you, your ass needs to help.
Al Horford, Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, that Florida team with Billy Donovan coaching. Who
Where
else?
the hell's Billy Donovan now?
Bonner was on that team. I didn't realize. I thought Bonner was.
yeah. Was he older than that?
No, I guess you're. Yeah, he sure as hell was. God,
He was on
damn.
that team. He damn
He
sure
damn
was.
sure was.
So where the hell's Billy Donovan these days?
Coaching the Bulls.
Oh, no, that's Thibodeau.
No, Thibodeau is at
Where
the
the fuck's
Knicks.
Thibodeau?
Donovan's still in Chicago.
God, they were
Yeah.
retread these fucking white guys, man.
Hey, Donovan's actually good.
If you're a
Thibodeau
white
is
dude, all you need is
retread.
one job in the NBA. You'll have 17 other jobs when you get fired.
Kind of hard to argue.
bullshit.
Terry Stotts is
Such
in
bull-
line.
is he
to-
still? Yeah, he's still fucking coaching Terry Stotts.
Hey, Terry
Get the
Stotts
fuck
is an
outta here.
offensive. Terry Stotts is a modern day Jack McKinney.
He's a piece of shit.
He
Terry
is
Stotts
a
sucks
offensive
ass.
mastermind.
F Terry Stotts. Sucks ass.
God, what year was that? What were those Florida teams? What year would that have even been?
I used to love
I
basketball.
wasn't still in high school when that.
I used to love basketball. When the Spurs sucked.
Yeah, because they were back to back. Yeah. 06, 07. Okay. Golly.
We have admissions questions in here. What's the Thunderdome section? Which section?
I think it's 116.
116.
Just tell the box office when you call them, hey, I want to sit in the mission. I want to sit in the Thunderdome section.
I mean, at this point, we're probably spilling over into several sections with all the tickets that
At
have been
this
sold.
point, I don't know how they don't open a second section. They're probably going to have to. Just tell them you want Thunderdome seats.
Oh, damn. That was that first year of Florida winning it was that George Mason Final Four run with Larinaga. Jim Larinaga is the coach still.
You guys ever been to a Final Four?
I never
It's
have.
the greatest
It's
fucking
embarrassing.
thing.
I've
It's
never.
unbelievable.
Never
I've been
have.
to two. It's so great. Outside of the Spurs winning the NBA championship and covering Dallas when they were in the NBA Finals, albeit a fucking loss, heartbreakingly in
Yeah.
06. I've been to two Final Fours and lucky enough to go to both Saturday games and the Monday night title game.
Well, if you're gonna
The
do
greatest
'em.
thing covering sports in my career. I went in 99 in St. Petersburg. I saw UConn beat Ohio State. Ohio State had Scooney Penn and Michael
The
Redd.
great Scooney Penn.
And then the other game, Duke beat Michigan State. That was the Flintstones with Mateen Cleaves and Morris Peterson.
And Mo Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And UConn then stunned Duke in the final on Monday.
I was right.
What?
Matt Bonner graduated Florida 03.
Yeah.
He
I
wasn't
thought
on
he
those
was
champions.
older
I didn't
than
think he
that.
was on those. No, he graduated.
I thought he was older than
It's been
that.
dry. You've been right all night. No, you've been helping me all night. I just thought I was confident that one wasn't true.
That Duke team that lost to UConn in '99.
Who was the big man on that Michigan State team?
The big
that
man?
Mo Pete. Yeah.
I don't remember.
He was a nobody in the past Michigan State.
Ohio State also had Joe Smith. He played in the NBA.
He was a freshman on that team. That's what. It wasn't a
But
nobody.
He didn't play.
He did.
Ohio
Well, he
State
did.
had Joe Smith. Michigan State had Mateen Cleaves, Morris Peterson. I can't remember who else at this point. Too drunk. The UConn team that won, they had Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah.
They had a big white kid from Duncanville, Jake Voskuhl. Remember
Yeah.
him?
Oh yeah.
And Rip Hamilton. And they stunned Duke. Duke had that's that Duke team that was loaded with Trajan Langdon, Elton Brand, Corey Maggette. It was the kid that played from Alaska. Carlos Boozer was on that team.
Nah, he wasn't there yet, was he?
Trajan Langdon. Yeah, Trajan Langdon. Yeah, Boozer was an underclassman
Langdon
on that
would have
team.
been okay.
Yeah, the starters were Trajan Langdon, Shane Battier, Corey Maggette. Oh, got Mike Dunleavy Jr. I think Mike Dunleavy's kid was on that team. They
And
were
I
just
think you're
stacked with NBA
blending-
players. Am I blending
Year
rosters?
2000, right?
99.
99, 2000.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been Battier, Dunleavy Jr.
Corey Maggette.
See, Maggette was
See,
already
this is 98,
gone.
99 then.
Maggette was already gone.
Look at the 99 Final Four. I guarantee you Corey Maggette was on the team. He was a freshman. He only played 1 year. He's the first the first Duke freshman to leave after 1 year. And maybe Elton Brand wasn't on that team now that I think about it. The 99 team played in the Final Four, lost to UConn. And then in 08, I got to cover the Final Four here in town at the Alamo Dome when all four number one seeds went.
You're just 1 year earlier. 99 was Chris Carrawell, Battier, Elton Brand, Maggette, and Trajan.
Layton,
that whole William Avery even, he was a sophomore.
And Dunleavy came on the next year.
And then the next year was Jay Will's freshman year, Dunleavy Jr.'s freshman year.
Yeah.
Boozer was a starter. And then there was another guy that joined that very next year too. But that's why they run together, because they are
so good, so quick.
Well, and they just
reload.
Yeah, that whole graduating. I mean, they lost Maggette, Brand, Carrawell, and got Dunleavy, Jay Will.
Right.
Battier was the only holdover. Battier and young Boozer.
Watch out for these Boston Celtics. Watch out for them. The 08 Final Four here in town was the greatest sports thing I've ever seen. I believe it. In person.
I believe it.
That was when all four number ones went: UCLA,
all chalk.
Memphis, Kansas, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I got to hand out the Naismith Basketball Player of the Year on CBS. I got a suit at Goodwill.
That's insane.
And they had no idea. They had no idea. Yeah.
That makes it even better.
Yeah. In front of the Basketball Hall of Fame, I got to hand out Tyler Hansbrough, the Naismith College Player of the Year, on a Sunday.
Remember when Gerald Henderson?
On Sunday. It was on Sunday. It was in between games. Hansbrough had just lost the previous night, and he was so fucking ass whipped, and he was so pissed that Roy Williams decided to stay and not fly back with Carolina. I don't think he talked to Roy Williams for years after that.
Wouldn't surprise
me. That fucking asshole. He's decided to stay and root for Kansas after Carolina got beat. Piece of shit. What are we going to say about Gerald Henderson?
Remember when when Gerald Henderson Jr. at Duke shattered Hansborough's nose? Mm-hmm. That was fun. That was one of the most violent elbows I've ever seen in my life.
That Carolina team had Hansbrough, Danny Green.
Yep.
Probably one or two other guys. That Memphis team had Derrick Rose.
Well, it was basically, Hansbrough was an unstoppable force.
Until the Final Four when he sucked ass.
Sure.
See, Memphis had Derrick Rose and one other player that played in the league for a little while.
Chris Douglas Roberts.
That's it. So CDR.
CDR. Yep.
UCLA had Kevin Love.
God, I loved those Memphis teams.
Russell Westbrook.
Those Calipari Memphis teams.
Yeah.
And they had Joey Dorsey, too. You remember him?
Yeah.
The
Memphis,
big man. He was only like 6'6".
He was from Houston.
He dominated, led the league, or maybe not led the nation in rebounding.
And then I was from here to Steph, watching Chalmers hit the shot to send the game to overtime.
That's so badass.
And then fucking Kansas wins in overtime because Calipari fucked up his timeouts.
Well, and the fact that Chalmers was even
Mario Chalmers.
Yeah. Well, and Chalmers would go on. Chalmers is a dude that actually, some of the most clutch basketball shots I've ever seen in my lifetime were hit by Mario
He'll never
Chalmers.
pay for a beer in Florida.
Nope.
He'll never pay for a beer in Kansas and whatever the hell state he comes from. Never. That
What
Kansas
is
team,
Chalmers? Is Chalmers?
he's retired.
Yeah, but
He
I'm
was on
trying to
the
think-
06 team, I think, that beat Dallas in the
trying to
finals. I
think.
want to
Yeah,
say.
he was.
Greg's
So-
up in here on the Buy Me a Coffee.
What's up, Greg?
Figured it out.
Oh, good. That
Whoa.
boy, Greg.
He said, thanks for being yourself.
Thank you,
love
homie.
Word.
All right.
Yeah, he was on that Heatles. On the.
The Kansas team won it, though, with
He's from Anchorage.
who?
Chalmers.
Yeah, Alaska
I never
kid.
think
For
of
a
him
while,
as
they were
Alaska.
great. Langdon?
Trajan Langdon, Alaskan
Boozer?
assassin, Boozer.
Yeah.
But I never think of Chalmers as that next great Alaskan.
He doesn't look like an Alaskan.
He doesn't quite
Yeah.
fit. Oh, that's right. That North Carolina team was stacked. That 08,
Let me guess.
09.
Hang on, let me take a
There's a couple.
Danny Green,
There's a couple NBA players that you
Tyler
haven't named yet.
Hansbrough.
Not yet.
Uh,
Not yet. No.
Hansbrough, Danny
But
Green.
it is more big men that went on to play in the league,
Damn
and
it.
two guards that
As
went
soon as
on
you
to
say it,
play.
I'm gonna get
it's
pissed
going to
off.
drive you insane.
Tell me.
The guards were starting backcourt of Ty Lawson
Lawson.
and Wayne Ellington, sharpshooter Wayne Ellington. The big men that went on to play in the league, Ed Davis, longtime
Davis.
Portland Trailblazer.
I liked him.
Tyler Zeller was a freshman
Oh, big stiff.
on that team. That
Didn't
North
his
Carolina team
brother
was
played at Indiana,
stacked.
didn't he?
Yeah.
There were two Zellers. You like how I can talk college ball all night long from 20 years ago and can't name 3 current Boston Celtics?
What I like is as soon
It
as
is
I
what it
leave,
is.
as soon as I leave the room to smoke a cigarette, you actually start talking,
Starts talking sports.
real hard Spurs analysis going into the off season.
No, I was saying that's why I think I'm down on the NBA because San Antonio's not any good anymore, and I'm worried they're not going to be good for a long time, and it makes me a little bitter.
Brian wants a time check here. He's asking if y'all are even watching the game.
We are. We're just trying
We
to.
are. We're
be
watching
very-
Boston take control of the thing.
We're trying to not get ourselves kicked off before we sign off. We are fastly approaching the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. We'll say that.
Yep, and Boston took the lead.
Boston is in the lead.
Right.
And if you were to say 3 seconds from right now, we'd be at the 5-minute mark.
Why do you hate all things Boston? Because it's racist, the city?
It's
Because
just
it's got a bad reputation?
why would a country boy from Central Texas ever root for a Boston sports team? Why?
I don't know.
And that's
I
why
do
I hate them.
because
It's not hate.
I
There are
love-
very few pro teams in any league that I doubt. The
You didn't
hatred
dig those
doesn't.
Celtics teams with KG, Paul Pierce, and Rajon
Couldn't
Rondo?
stand 'em.
Holy shit, I
KG
fucking loved
is
him.
way overrated on a national
my
scale.
God.
He's not even third best power forward ever, and people want to.
Oh, I'm sorry, not
People
third
will
best
start-
power forward of all time. I don't mean he's overrated.
When he starts doing things in Boston, a national media narrative starts to
Not
develop.
mine.
And
I
that's
still
why,
loved him.
But I can still love the player and disassociate myself from the narrative
I
that
love
he
Paul.
creates.
I love Paul Pierce.
I have a pair of Paul Pierce Kansas shorts that have the number 34 on the
Paul
side.
Pierce.
Love the truth. I'm the truth. So like the old Chappelle show bit. Loved Paul Pierce. I love the fact that he literally shit himself during a playoff game, and
Didn't give a shit.
he actually gave a real shit and had the ingenuity to call for a wheelchair to carry him off the court so
what I'm
people
saying.
couldn't see the stained white
and
shorts.
came back and kicked ass. That's what
after
I'm
he
saying.
cleaned himself up.
It's all good.
No, it's not that I despise. I loved when Ray Allen exploded onto the scene with the Bucks. People forget how dominant of an offensive force Ray Allen was at UConn in those early years under George Karl with the Bucks. Ray Allen his whole career, he was more than a shooter.
What are you talking about right now? Boston? Or
I'm
not?
talking about those Boston years.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about I love
How do you not like that team?
because again, they're playing with a shamrock on their jersey
Oh,
and it
for
says
fuck's sake.
Boston. I will never root for another team just because I like the player. Not in professional sports, ever.
Really?
No,
You
God,
hate
no.
Boston. Have you ever been to Boston?
Yeah, a couple times. My cousin
And what did you
graduated
have-
from
did you
MIT.
Have a car
She's
wreck?
a nuclear engineer for the Navy out in San
Did you have
Diego.
a car wreck or someone carjack you or what?
No, every time I was there, the big dig was still ongoing. They hadn't finished it yet. Like Boston, it's not. Again, it's not.
It is
the
a racist city.
100% is, but I'm not rooting for a Seattle team because they're a progressive city. Like I'm not rooting for Portland because I support Antifa. I'm not supporting
I don't give a fuck. See, you're making. I don't give a fuck about the city. I like the guys they have on the team.
You just told me. Why do you hate Boston? Do you hate the city? Have you ever been there? You were just talking about the city.
Now my next question is, who gives a shit? I like the players on those particular teams.
Who gives a shit is I like basketball and I root for two teams in the league, and neither of them are these two teams. So I'm rooting for.
But you
basketball.
love the league, yeah. You watch
Love
the games.
the league.
All right, it's weird.
I feel
I gotta have a rooting interest.
Well, I mean, if you ask me who I want to win here, I do want Golden State to beat Boston. Because I like the narrative of a young Boston team losing in their first finals appearance.
You also said they have a shamrock and it's Boston, so it's got to be something about the town.
But it's not like I see the Warriors logo and I think, oh, man, like I loved Chris Mullin. I'm a Warriors fan for life. I mean, it's.
Did you love Chris Mullin?
Fuck yeah, you're right.
I'm still trying to follow your logic
me?
here. I'm having a hard time.
A white boy like that can just dunk on skulls.
And that's why we like Boston in the 80s, because my father loved Larry fucking Bird.
That's why I said that.
And so we dug the Celtics because of Larry Bird. And I was all in on the Celtics in the 80s with Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale and Bird and Jerry Seasting and Danny Ainge. And my dad hated the Showtime Lakers because they were fun.
Because they were Showtime.
Because they were fun to watch, so my dad didn't like them because they didn't play the game the right way. Fucking loved them.
No, I think to me it's just more
I like
about
both Boston and LA.
I want to see. I root for teams that are going to create the more, because I know national media is what it is, and their profit margins are determined by the narratives they create for all of us to bicker and argue about. And so I like to at least root for the team that's going to create the more interesting timeline of what I'm going to enjoy in the future. So if the Warriors win this, I get to hear an opinion of the Warriors being one of the most exciting dynasties of all time.
Yeah.
And I get to hear the young Celtics team got to their first finals.
I just want the fucking Spurs to get good again.
So until that happens, join the club of just rooting.
No.
I mean, granted, that was. I mean,
I support the Texas kids.
Clay's got no ups.
Kids that played ball here in the state.
Clay's washed from the lower half down.
Washed. When did you kids start saying the word washed and not and drop the up in washed up? When did we drop washed up?
I guess when we embraced brevity. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a timestamp date for you. I just know.
You people don't spell words all the way.
You people.
You millennials and younger.
Again, this is the
Y'all
point of
English.
point of the show where I ask, when was the last time you had avocado toast? Because I've never had it.
Avocado toast.
Never had it.
In their last, probably within 30 days.
When did you people start creating insane overpriced dishes like that?
Y'all made it.
When did you start culturally appropriating tacos from other countries?
Oh, fuck Mexico. I like it. It tastes good on the toast.
I need that drop.
I love Marcus's hair. It's fucking awesome.
That hair is awesome.
Okay.
And
he looks like the Joker from Batman with that hair.
He definitely looks like a guy that you question guarding when you're playing him in pickup. Like I want
to smoke pot.
I think he's going to take this
dude.
way too serious.
No, I want to smoke weed with a guy who does that to his hair.
See,
that guy likes to party. That guy's a good ass time.
Let me tell you something about people.
Tell me about Oklahoma State, Texas Tech.
Let me tell you something about people that color their hair different, odd.
What about them?
Ones you wouldn't normally.
What about people that color their hair different?
Ones you wouldn't normally expect to see walking out of a salon. They're wild cards, Mike.
Yeah,
and I like Marcus Smart
because that guy fucking brings his shit in big giant games like this. He is, and see, it's funny because you talk about Steve Nash. You and I have argued over this a lot. Separating how you do in your career and then regular season versus playoffs. I like guys that go balls out and want to and step up their game in the postseason and in playoff games, and more specifically the finals. Guys that are here to have big giant balls and win the game when the title's on the line.
I just don't.
And there's so many guys that are considered stars and legends that pussied up in the playoffs.
But you can still be a legend.
Boom.
You can still be a legend based
I don't think I agree.
of regular
the whole
season.
regular season's about making money, and the playoffs is then it's about winning the title.
So how do you get to the playoffs? You perform well in the regular season.
Sure, half the teams in this league make the playoffs, though. Keep that in mind.
Right. And how many of them have won it from a seed lower than 4?
Well, I mean, if Steve Nash is a legend, and he's been a higher seed than 4, and those teams, that flawed-ass system that made him an MVP because he had the ball 99% of the time and got either an assist or a 3, he was a great player, but those teams played like bitches against quality defensive teams in postseason series.
Yeah, and that's where I think the argument for, because you're never going to see a guy like your example. You're never going to see a guy like Gary Payton win league MVP based off his defense. And Nash 100% won MVP
and played
solely
none.
based off of one side of the ball.
And I would also argue there's
argue
20 other guys who
I'm
play
with you
point
there.
guard for those Phoenix Suns teams. I don't want to shit on Steve Nash.
But you're about to say 20
20 other guys could have contended
homeless
for
at the
those stats.
Citgo outside the
No,
arena
didn't
could
say
have
that.
been an all-star.
Go give me all 30 starting point guards in the NBA in Steve Nash's prime, and I bet you 10 of those other guys, 10 at least, could have had the same stats as Steve in that D'Antoni regular season system.
But see, all you're doing
And
now,
all of them would have lost in the playoffs, too, because D'Antoni was the biggest flaw, not Steve.
but all you're doing now is extrapolating out hypotheticals that didn't really happen to justify an opinion you
Sure,
hold.
but I bet 90% of the people watching this agree with me
Sure,
because
but
it's
you-
obvious
but-
to the naked eye.
But that's agreeance through ignorance. That's
No, it's
agreeance
not.
throughout actual data to
no.
support
The data is the
argument.
motherfucker never got to the finals and won jack shit.
No, the
There's
data
some data
is,
for you.
The data is.
Phoenix ain't ever won
you
shit.
telling me,
'cause they're a
here,
bunch of
here's
pussies.
10 other guys that could have done that. Did they ever do it? No, but they could have.
They didn't play for
How
Phoenix.
do
He did.
how do you argue back? Well, then just take my word for it. They could have done
Again,
it.
you
Next
want-
question.
you want data?
Next topic.
You want data?
The bell
These guys
rung.
made them look like
the
bitches.
bell rung. Next topic.
I win. Point Taylor.
You win by creating an impossible argument to support and then saying I'm
You
right.
admitted
Deal
earlier
with
he
it.
played like shit in the postseason.
course.
Typical shit from Golden State.
Again, another looking at both of these teams,
Yeah.
you can focus on the guys at the top end of the roster.
We
but
got 30 arguments going at once.
look at the
One.
way both of these teams have filled out their bench. It's late first round picks. It's Grant Williams. It's Bob Williams. It's Jordan Poole.
Yeah, but they also get to play with Steph fucking Curry. And the
Yeah,
Spurs
but I
don't
don't-
have a star.
No question. But Jordan Poole.
That's money.
I think what the Spurs have are a lot of the guys that. Keldon.
They
late
have the
first
Jordan
round,
Pooles. They don't have the
DeJounte,
Steph Curry.
exactly.
So they're not going to win anytime soon. And I'm
What's
afraid
your definition of anytime soon? When you say
4
that,
years.
That's what you mean?
No playoffs for the next 4 years.
No playoffs?
I'm worried about that, man.
No
They
playoffs
don't
for the
have
next
any stars.
14 months.
They got a bunch
maybe.
of Jordan Pooles and no stars.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole gets to make half-court shots in the finals because he's got Steph Curry on his team.
and don't.
Miguel Taylor won because he cussed more. All right.
You know what? You'll always beat me. You'll always beat me there.
That's what it takes. Just start cussing a bunch.
I have too much evangelical Calvinism in me still.
Do you want to cut this show off now? It's late. I'm getting drunk and I want some more meat.
What are we on? Are we on the?
We're pushing 2 hours again.
Yeah, but we're only what do we got? A couple minutes left in the third,
No,
the
that
third
was
just
it.
ended.
That was
Court's
it.
about to start.
dude.
He had
how
a
do
shot
we,
at the buzzer.
How do we leave
So we can
with
watch
the
the
fourth
game.
quarter? We're literally watching the game and talking about it. That's
This
what
is the
we've been
point.
doing
We're
for 2
arguing over
hours.
Steve fucking Nash.
Because you keep bringing it up.
I did not.
What,
Go
you
check
want,
the tape.
You want to argue about tentacle porn? What else you
It's
got?
unsanitary. It just is.
I'll
you
still
wouldn't
love
shove
that.
no tentacle up.
That's your takeaway.
You wouldn't do that.
Well, certainly not if it's unsanitary.
It looks unsanitary.
There's a lot of things that look. Order a steamer from the Midwest. That's unsanitary.
You don't do that either.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't Google it either.
Gross. I made a mistake. How do I take that off my browser?
No, I think the
FBI
FBI has that for.
That's not illegal.
They added not illegal.
She was
They're
of
just,
age.
They're just adding it to your site profile for when they need to.
You should look at my.
present
You
it
should
for a
look at the
jury.
browser now.
That's definitely going to affect your social credit.
You know what's going to be fun? You being here the next 2 months ish, watching local news again.
Oh,
Something I've noticed
Excuse me.
every time I come over here after the show to do podcasts,
Yeah.
LG's got it on local news.
He watches the local news.
I watch it a lot.
I
Yeah.
can't name a lot of them now. I used to be in those circles.
You know what we should do? Is we should do what you did when you first appeared here in San Antonio. We should
Do
sit
another
down
challenge?
and just critique every single news station and every single newscast.
That would require me to watch it every night. I don't know if I want to. I
Well,
just
maybe
don't
we
watch
just critique
those-
it
I
on the
don't watch
fly.
that
You don't
shit.
want. We just pick one cast.
I'm
and
also
then-
bitter about that because
We
one of
could
those
do a
fuckers should have hired me by now to
nightly-
do
do
their
a
shit.
Sunday
okay.
night
That's what it
commentary.
is. That's what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Fuck the local news. Except for the guys that showed up and judged yesterday at the barbecue or on Saturday.
Except
There was
for
a ton
all
of
of our
them.
friends
We had a
that
bunch.
volunteered.
Yeah, we had a bunch.
All of our friends in local media that volunteered.
I'm not trying to take anybody's job. I just think a Sunday night commentary with me for like 3 minutes, like Taylor Unplugged, would be pretty cool. I think it would sell. They'd make money on it.
Oh, I think it could. I think absolutely it would be sellable. It'd be a matter of how much creative liberty would you be allowed to have, because that would dictate the success.
Puma's a racist against my Irish heritage. Okay. No, I think they're just racist. Boston gets a pass because they're in the Northeast. Everybody just assumes Alabama,
Do they really get
Mississippi.
a pass, though?
Not with this radio show.
Well, I mean, it feels like Boston for years, like when I was growing up,
Yeah.
I feel like Boston being racist was talked about less then than it is now.
Oh, maybe. And Boston loves it. They don't give a shit.
Like, I never thought of Boston as a racist city whenever I was a 12-year-old in Glen
So are we
Rose.
going to watch the rest of the game then?
I mean, one way or another, I'm going to watch it either with headphones.
But do you want to stay on the air? I get do y'all want us to stay on?
Take a straw poll. LG keeps making, like, finger motions at me of, like, I can't tell if he's saying wrap it up or saying keep it going.
What are you saying,
So
LG?
it's very conflicting messages.
Yeah, this is wrap it up.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
wrap it
What
up?
were you doing?
This is stretch.
Okay.
Need you to
Okay.
stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk, fill time. You know.
Talk.
Well-
okay. Chirp, bird chirp.
Here's the best thing.
You're done.
We entertained you for 3/4 of a somewhat boring basketball, and we have 11 minutes left in a close game 5.
I could just play you off like the Oscars and just
Play us out.
At the 5-minute mark is when I'll get interested in this game. That's all that matters in an NBA game, the final 5 minutes when it's close. See, I get quiet when the game's on the line, man. Now it's serious.
I don't think there's anything wrong with people need to not be so awkward about silence as well. You don't have to always reply. You can just be silent.
Boom.
Chatters wants y'all to keep it going.
They do? Who? 3
Phone
people?
foot.
If the Celtics win this, they're never going to think twice about that Derek White trade. If they lose it, that contract mixed with the first-round pick they gave up might be
Nah,
something
going to the
they
finals is
reconsider.
enough.
Not for Boston. They
I don't
literally
know.
laid out shirts in the shape of the number 18 for Game 4 because it's all about that next championship.
Remember Johnny Most?
The Celtics game 5 tonight against the Warriors.
That's going to blow your vocal cord out faster than Burt McCracken if you keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that every night. Bird steals it. Dennis Johnson was on those teams, too. I missed him earlier when I was rolling through my
Now,
Rolodex of Celtics players.
He is in former NBA champion Valhalla.
The late dead DJ.
Correct. That's a pretty big jump for Jordan Poole. I mean, people...
Where did he play college ball? Where's he from?
Michigan? Sounds,
Okay.
I believe, Michigan. He making the jump in the league from a 9.5 to 10-point-a-night guy to
God damn it.
18.5 to 19 a night. That's huge.
I'm going to openly root for Boston rest of the game.
especially for a role player.
They came all the way back, took the lead, now they're losing again. Fuck.
Honestly, that's been this whole series in a nutshell. The team expends all of its energy in the third to get back in it.
And they lose in
and
the
then
fourth.
the fourth. In the 2 losses, the Warriors have scored 27 fourth-quarter points combined.
Damn.
They had a 16-point and an 11-point fourth quarter in the 2 losses. Kevon Looney's going to make him a bunch of money this offseason.
There's Clay throwing up bullshit. Oh, now we're going to get all serious and analyze the game here. Not in real time.
Play-by-play. You know, what's
time.
really going to be funny is Klay Thompson could end up being the very first ever expansion pick of either the Las Vegas or the Seattle Supersonics.
When is that going to happen?
I would suspect probably 3 years. Oh, that was a walk, yeah. I would suspect probably 3 years if I was just laying out a timeline.
The legal let teams dump 2 guys?
Well, no, you can only protect. In the past, it's been you can only protect 8.
Boom.
8 players
That
and
ain't
then
good.
everybody else. But the question will be as the Warriors re-sign guys like Jordan Poole and some of the young lottery picks they have on. That's the other. This Warriors team has 3 lottery picks that are just sitting on their bench, and one of the dudes was the 2nd overall pick in the draft.
Which one?
Wiseman, who's been out all year, the big man from Memphis. And then they have Kuminga and they have Moses Moody, 2 former lottery picks that are just sitting on their bench on rookie deals. It's amazing what
Klay Thompson has a punch up
proper
the face.
management. Oh, big time.
You know what I'm saying? Just want to punch him.
Klay Thompson, college?
Yeah.
You know that one?
Don't tell me. Klay
Pac-10.
Thompson. God damn it. I told you not to tell me.
You wouldn't have got it.
His daddy went to UCLA, I
Well,
think.
that's why it's a. What is this a preview for? Is that the Canadian?
So where was it? UCLA?
People trying to convince me Ryan Gosling is an action star.
Fuck, to go to college.
Washington State.
What?
Yeah, Wazoo Coug.
Ugh. He must not have had a lot of offers. He wound up in fucking Spokane.
No, he wasn't a big rookie. I think he was buoyed by that pedigree and last name to get to
Bumblefoot 420
Washington
bought us a
State.
coffee. Fucking great to see you again, Taylor, meeting Puma and DJ LG. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Foamfoot.
Boston threw its wad. I think you mean he blew his wad, Mr. Seabad.
No, he means like Silence of the Lambs. He threw his wad.
Ugh. Ugh, I smell your cunt.
I think he pretty accurately described what he meant there.
Hi, sir. How you doing, sir? I'm looking for Mr. and Mrs. Lippman. Oh, well, the Lippmans don't live here anymore. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Well, was she a great big fat person? Yeah, yes, she was heavy. Suffering Shuckatash. Jody Foster.
Jody's West Virginia accent.
Seashores by the seashore.
That sounds like Doris Burke.
It is. It's very.
Yeah, hey, don't make fun of Doris
No, we're
Burke
not
either.
discredited. Doris, you gave me shit for saying Doris Burke is the best basketball mind on TV outside of
She's so fucking
Hubie Brown.
overrated. I don't know why she feels the need to speak like this.
Okay, that is the Canadian dude trying to be a badass now.
That is, who's that guy?
Yeah.
He was on The Notebook.
Ryan Gosling
Yeah.
and Captain America, Chris Evans.
Sure.
Yeah. He was also Gosling was the.
Y'all put the game on if you can't see what we're watching.
We'll give a time check. We're at commercial. What's the name? Remember the Titans. I think that was the first thing I ever saw.
Matthew McConaughey.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Oh, yeah, he wasn't
think
remember. He was a
McConaughey-
spare in that movie.
McConaughey drives the.
We're going to play to the whistle
Nova.
blows. That was a good movie. I liked it.
It was a Disneyized version
For
of a
those
story.
kind of movies, it was good.
It was good, but what I would imagine seeing a version of Remember the Titans where they make it more historic, a more historic depiction of that era and what the crowds were actually yelling instead of the Disney version of what they like. Imagine Herb Brooks pregame speech without the Disney version.
You know what? That's the best Disney movie I've ever seen. We are Marshall's up there, but Miracle was great.
I never saw We Are Marshall.
No shit.
Couldn't do it.
You just firing off opinions about it. You don't even know
No,
about
I thought
it.
we were talking. I was talking
remember
about
the Titans.
Remember
Yeah.
the Titans,
That's Denzel Washington. Remember when they played the Titans?
Yeah. See, Boston. It took so much energy to get back in this one. You could tell from the first. I mean, the first half was such an offensive struggle. Just to get to 74 at this point, it's been a massive effort.
Lawrence has a bunch of random friends here tonight, and none of them have weed.
My favorite thing is when people walk into LG's house that I've never met before, and I'm just like, word. Like, I'm
he's
at
LG's. You know he's a cool dude. If he's at LG's, he's a good dude.
Because every single time it's someone else I've never met. LG has more friends currently in his life now than I've ever made in my life. Like, he has more people that he sees with. You're held up
man?
on that.
Yeah, I am. I'm coming over here for the free weed, not to do shows. Where's my pay?
Hold your tongue.
Again.
How's your tongue doing, by
This
the
is
way?
a state where
It needs weed.
Oh, okay.
It needs to be numbed. It's hurting. Yeah. It's a little better because I'm a little drunk, too. Ooh, he popped his ass in the mouth. And they called it on him. Oh, that might be church. Fucking A.
Damn, they're by 9 again?
Yeah, there's still lots of time, though.
Good Lord.
Okay, keep it together, dude. See, let's watch the replay here. Thanks. Oh, come on.
I mean, it looked like he pretty clearly made contact.
Yeah, but that was not. It was inadvertent, as Mike Breen would say.
Did you happen to see in the Mavs Sun series where Luka got scratched across the face?
I didn't see a shot.
It was the same kind of where it looked like there was no contact.
Did he act like he got stabbed in the face with a machete?
Well, he literally took a fingernail across 3/4 of his face that drew blood.
He's a fat ass. He needs to lose weight for next year.
Well, I'm pretty positive that's just gonna always be his body. Kind of, he's like a shorter Jokic.
He'll be Barkley at 50.
Mr. Singh's up and on the Buy Me a Coffee
what's up,
page.
Mr. Singh? How you doing, homie?
Barkley has never sniffed the offensive
He says
game.
Doris Burke can get it.
See?
I don't hate her. Her speaking annoys me.
Well, look, Hubie Brown sounds like he's about to die during every
He's
broadcast.
99.
But he still gives you the best analysis available.
He doesn't annoy me the way Doris does.
Hubie can talk 5 different eras of basketball and talk them all. Oh, that was a walk. Good Lord. One of my favorite things of this postseason has been watching Jaylen Brown dribble. Just because I've never watched the Celtics, like regular season, they're not a team I league pass a whole lot because I just know they're going to be there.
Come on, dude.
And I'll watch them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown can't dribble. Exactly. Like Jaylen Brown sometimes makes a great first move, and then all of a sudden it's just like a baby patting at something. Like
panic when he dribbles.
Very
panic.
Exactly.
He's not great at it.
Exactly. And he gets
big palm boing,
he moves faster than he can dribble. He's got faster sprint speed than dribble speed.
His dribbling.
Exactly. So sometimes he'll outrun his own dribble.
A lot of radio hosts kind of like that.
A little bit.
Their brains ahead of their mouth.
Oh, it was like I interviewed a national soccer team, Reggie Cannon, a national team player last week while you were out. And a couple questions that I asked.
Set that up. How'd it go?
It was great. It was awesome.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I actually know a lot about him.
What were you going to say?
Oh, well, a couple of times that was what happened. My brain started moving faster than my mouth could, and I went 3 different directions before I got the question out.
And he's thinking, God, this dude's coked up.
Pretty much. Or he just really loves soccer. And that was not what he was thinking.
Well, at least you asked decent questions. Poor Uncle Andy was probably relying on you.
No. Truth be told, it was great because I told Andy, ask the exact questions you're thinking because there's more people listening that know soccer like you do than like I do. So, I'll ask the more deeper, ingrained national team questions. You ask more of the questions about the broader growth.
What is icing?
Yeah, yes, what is icing? Exactly. Are blue line passes allowed? Yeah, exactly.
This commercial. Is this a Sam's Club commercial or Costco?
Who's okay?
Oh, it's State
Obviously,
Farm.
look,
Holy shit.
I know Trae Young and I know Boban. Who is she? Is she a WNBA? Anybody know?
She must be.
She's got to be, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's
It's
got to be part.
by Texas Cheerlicker. We're
Smash
on
that
2
bell,
fucking
brah.
hours already because you love basketball. Next
Because
time
the
we do
people
this,
love-
is he still doing commercials?
Oh yeah.
You know they regret it too.
Do they?
Hi, I'm here now.
As much as people still talk about him,
Do they?
a big thing is he's so boring. He got an endorsement with New Balance. Hey, New Balance gets another mention. Gets another mention.
I never think about him anymore because he never
Yeah.
plays.
I think the expectation of him returning is what keeps the conversation alive.
He'll never finish. He'll never play 82 games in a season again.
Oh,
probably.
no. The number of guys that play 82 games in a season these days anyway is less than half the league.
50 games would be better product.
You
And
know
I'd
how
watch more.
awful that would be.
No, it'd be great.
A 50 game, you don't
Those
even
games would matter.
again,
All the games would
all
count
the
for a
games
lot.
matter because
No, they
you
don't.
can miss out on a playoff spot by half a game. That means if you lose to Orlando in November, it could cost you a playoff
Sam,
spot.
you could play 1,000 regular season games. Somebody would still miss out by a half a game at the end of the 1,000th game.
Sure, then give me 2,000.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now we're
Never mind.
talking.
Let's watch the rest of
Now
the game.
we're
That's
fucking
insane.
talking.
Now
Here
we're
we
getting
go.
crazy.
All right, how high can we go?
Weren't you bagging
Can
on
I
Klay
hear
Thompson earlier tonight?
3,000? Mr. 3,000.
3,500.
No, I'm saying it's going to be an interesting future for the Warriors when they have to pay.
LG, if I scoot over to this direction, am I too far off camera?
when
Because I
they
need to see
have
the
to
game.
pay more of this roster, and then there is going to come a time where the NBA will be
Put the camera on
expanding
me. I am the star.
and will have an expansion draft,
I'm the reason we're here.
and it's going to be smarter to let Clay be exposed than keep him at that huge number he's still going to be on. It's no overstatement to say that the Warriors wouldn't be here without Wiggins, though.
We have a buy me a coffee.
Buy
John
me a-
Gruden's illegitimate Indonesian kid just bought us a coffee.
You can say that.
Yep.
Outstanding.
And he said, fun fact, the world's biggest flower lives in Indonesia, known as the corpse lily.
Thought he was
I did
talking
not know
about
that.
pot.
I think that's that flower that like blooms and it stinks like a dead person. That's
I was
what
about
it's
to
called.
say, why
Like-
is it the corpse?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Boston's just sucking ass now. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Oh.
He's gun shy.
Smart just got up on his ass.
No,
He'll
it's
just make
been
it
a-
in. He'll just make it.
No.
Oh, shit.
No, he's under 20. I mean, he's terrible
This is
shooting
it,
so
man.
far. Golden State's actually in position to win one with a bad Clay or a bad Steph night. That's a foul. Oh, I guess he just lost it.
Clay with a K's feeling it.
Horford's shooting motion is insane to me. And the fact that he just all of a sudden halfway through his career realized he needed – it's like him, Brook Lopez the same way, all of a sudden becoming a stretch five in their early 30s to extend their career and extend their value. If Al Horford's game hadn't changed, he would be a minimum player at the end of benches right now.
Carrizo Tech 84 is in the Buy Me a Coffee. Just bought 3 of them. Big fan of the show. Listener since 2007.
Oh, prove it, Carrizo Tech.
Everybody was.
Prove it. Subscribe to the show and prove you were a big listener in 2007. I want a 2007 show reference to prove it.
That was your first year, 07, right?
October
shit, my
21st,
phone's dead.
2007. Yeah, he does
What
dribble.
month?
He
What?
does look crazy dribbling.
telling
He's not in control.
No.
Oh, fuck.
His athleticism is way
He
beyond his dribbling
He needs to
ability.
be spotted up for shots. He can't be creating like that.
Well, when the dribbling works, he's a great shot creator.
Airballing from 10 damn feet, man.
Maple Jordan. The expectations of Wiggins were insane. I mean, literally was referred to in Canada as Maple Jordan.
That's stupid.
He was insane. His mixtape in high school was Zion level entertaining. It was ridiculous.
Zion.
Yeah.
Has he lost 80 pounds?
Zion, the guy who last time on an NBA court averaged 26 a game on more than 65% field goal efficiency.
How long ago was that, and how old is he?
Oh, a year and a half ago, and he's 20.
Yeah, fat fuck.
20. I don't think. Yeah. Yes.
How about
All
some
of
dedication?
this is true.
How about some give a shit?
Yes. All of this is true.
Fucking Sports Grind did a segment on Zion
Maturation.
Williams and
Yeah. How is
Pelicans.
that? Wait. How did that not get called for a? I guess they just determined both of them did it. So fuck it. I thought we're still calling it on the first guy. This has been an extreme compared to the rest of the series. This has been an extremely inconsistently officiated game. They've called this whole series ticky tack in at least in fourth quarters. And it just wow. When you have great shooters, you can have bad spacing. And that almost just bailed the Warriors out.
Oh, but here's Mr. Dribble. Golly,
Hey.
he's terrible.
Nah, that's Tatum forcing that one, though.
Dude, take a jump shot. Vista
Man.
print, cheap-ass
It
logo.
looks so bad. I can't get over it. Yeah, and like LG said, it's
Vista
a graphic
print.
design company.
Yeah, it looks awful.
That literally
That's
looks
terrible.
like one of the generic sponsor patches you can add to your team, your create a team on 2K.
They need
Like,
to
it
go to
literally
Sammy's
just looks
Embroidery,
like-
man. He'll do better than that. Jesus.
Literally looks like, or it looks like the bad PDF that someone installed on a created jersey, on the Seattle Supersonics jerseys I've been downloading.
Ooh, look at that. Miguel Mascurro. I saw Zion eating 43 tacos at Data Point. Thank you.
Talk data point.
Taqueria.
Or just the talk
Ugh.
for those of us that know.
I'm not gonna let that get to me, because if I let it get to me, you'll keep doing it.
Now, just revisit the idea that Gary Payton II was born 5 months after Gary Payton Jr. Just revisit the fact that Gary Payton gave both of the ladies permission.
Steph Curry's mom's hotter than his wife.
What are they? They want that. But look at the. Okay, this is childish. This is.
He's just trying to keep Draymond's trying to keep the momentum up.
Yeah, but it's also.
It's bullshit.
It's also, I would say, a momentum killer if you cross the line and get.
Nah, he's just getting it. He's being a goon. He's getting in heads. He feels victory, so he's gonna try to use his assholery to complete the victory.
He's just happy he's on the court at this point. At this point of the game, in Game 4, he was being subbed in offense for defense like it was a goddamn line change in playoff hockey. Where do you fall on the Draymond doing a podcast after every playoff game?
It's great. It's had no impact on how he plays in this series whatsoever.
I'm so glad you view that logically. I'm so glad you don't run with
It's funny. I said
there's no way he's playing his hardest or being as focused as he can be if he's doing a
That's
like,
bullshit.
the
I've
fuck?
listened to Draymond.
So he can't have conversations with other humans during
Right.
the finals? He can't talk?
I've listened to Draymond more than I've watched him actually play.
He's great at it.
He's
I mean,
great.
he's also the pioneer of this new media, player-media relationship.
Shaq should be fired and he should replace him.
I
on
think
TNT.
I don't think he'll replace him, but I think he'll make a nice addition.
To that room?
Yeah.
Someone's got to go.
Maybe at that point Barkley's done or does it on a
Barkley
semi-annual
Barkley
basis.
loves that money.
He does,
He
but he
needs
also hints. He's hinted
Damn,
more
he
and
had made a
more.
3 tonight.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a poor
Watch,
night.
leave it now. Now he'll hit 2 bombs.
Also, here's the other thing. The game 4, when Steph Curry started going off, Mark Jackson, after not saying it, referencing it one time during the game, called him Chef Curry like half a dozen times when they would do the highlights the rest of the game. You'd be like, Chef Curry cooking again. It's just like, dude, we make the reference once. We get it. Like, give me something else. I'm telling neither one of them enjoys the game of basketball anymore.
Boston needs offensive scorers next season.
Yeah, or you need to see another offensive jump from
They need
Jalen.
somebody else to help the other 2 they have. Is it possible you can have too many good defenders on a team? Because, like, tonight, it's hurting them.
If they're one-dimensional.
Santonio Jones, listening since the days of Ticket 760 roof bits. There you go. That's an old reference there. Nice work. Santonio Jones. Thank you, man. We used to play wiffle ball on top of the building at the old place and hit them off the building.
I've never heard that reference.
Up
I've never
on
heard
top.
that story. That's amazing.
We climbed. It was totally against policy. We
shoot.
climbed the fire
Okay.
chute, go up on top of the roof of the old building.
That's so
and
great.
we'd hit wiffle balls onto the access road down there.
Simpler times.
Simpler times indeed, man.
Not a good bit. Guy that's on the ground. Y'all remember when Dante Jones dunked on the kid when he was at Duke? He dunked on and then did push-ups.
Yeah.
Not a good bit. I don't like the
How many can you do in a row, though, without stopping?
2,
Really?
maybe.
You can't do 10 push-ups.
God, no.
You serious?
Probably not.
Wow. LG, how many push-ups can you do without stopping? Oh, okay. Miracles do happen.
I don't know.
After a
Probably
near
maybe
turnover.
10 or so. I
Are
don't
you
know.
serious?
I don't know. I haven't
Man.
tried it in a while.
I can get 60 right now drunk.
Oh,
can.
Here's why we're getting. No one asked you. You just you asked us, and
I can do
neither
60
one of us
push-ups right now without
turned
stopping.
around and asked. Why don't do push? See how many push-ups you can do in the last. We are at the 3-minute. We're at the 3:01 mark of the fourth quarter. How many push-ups can you do now?
To the end of the game?
Until the end of the
Oh,
game.
God, I'll die. If well, the timeouts and shit, I can probably get 150 in. 150.
One over under. 149.5. You take the over.
Oh, God. I bragged about 60. Now you want me to do 150.
Well, I mean,
Without stopping, I can do 60.
you let us know you could do 60, no problem.
No,
Like,
well, I mean,
in consecutive order,
yeah, I
no
can.
stress,
I can do
no
60.
issue.
Maybe some stress, but I
Some
can do it.
stress, little
Some.
stress.
I can do it.
So, about the 90 mark, maybe the stress.
I don't know if
What
I
do
can
you
get
think,
90.
doubles?
I'm not sure I can get to 90 without stopping. 60, yes. Maybe 70. I'm confident in 60.
Confident in 60.
Yeah.
I
confident in
cannot.
60.
I literally cannot tell you the last time I did a push-up.
Damn,
I am not a shining
In shape, man.
example of what the human male should look like.
You said to remind you about props. Something about props.
Oh, yeah. I was going to go get it, but it's out in the car. I forgot.
Next show? Should we tease it for next show?
Yeah,
or
next
what?
show props.
All right. Tomorrow.
Tune in
since
tomorrow
we're
night.
doing
Tune in tomorrow night.
Tomorrow's show will last about 20 minutes.
Yeah. So programming reminder, we're not doing a Thursday show, correct?
Correct. We're at the missions game.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So you are doing a Thursday missions radio show.
We're doing the radio show
Yes.
4 to 7. Puma and I will be down on the concourse at Wolf Stadium. They open the gates at 6, so come hang out and do bits with us. Just don't cuss in the background.
Puma, you're out of the room. You got out of the room.
I officially have someone to cover for me.
Yeah, Puma's legit
Thursday.
co-host on Thursday. Just not,
Wow. So this
Yeah.
is like the first iHeartRadio remote since the pandemic.
It is. I wouldn't call it an iHeartRadio remote. I told them we were going to do it and found my own engineer, but okay,
yeah,
sure.
so, par for the course.
3 times in a single final since 2000. Dale Davis.
That is a name I haven't heard in forever.
On what team was he playing for in 2000? Indiana?
Yeah, Indiana, yeah.
So who are they playing in 2000 in finals? L.A.? Wasn't the Spurs.
Is that who the
Had to
Lakers?
been L.A.
Yeah, that's
Lakers
right.
beat the Pacers.
God, that's
Good
right.
God.
That's right, because that was Reggie's best. Yeah.
Oh my
the
God!
dunking Dutchman.
The dunking Dutchman.
Yeah.
Was Bird the coach? Jesus, Jalen.
Yeah,
Rose,
and Jalen. That's right. Golly, I actually enjoyed the shit out. I have some old Pacers. They're my go-to when I joke about watching League Pass, watching a Tuesday night Pacers game.
Well, you got a lot of white guys, so of course you want to watch
Checks
them.
out.
Yep, I know.
There was speaking of white guys, there was another white guy on those Pacer teams. Austin Crozier was later.
Oh my God.
Crozier was later. Was it Mullen? I think it was late career. On some of those playoff runs, it was Mullen. There was a.
Oh my
God! Yeah, Detlef for a while. Seattle before the Pacers.
Tatum blows.
Or was it after?
He has let the seas down.
I thought Detlef played his prime. Man, yeah. Yep, we got machines in our.
Oh,
my phone is literally dead because I spent earlier Googling every Final Four roster from like 1998 to 2006. Yeah, that was the bulk of our program. Man, that long-haired investment banker on the front row loved that one. Oh no, they're in San Fran. That tech bro loved that one.
Boom.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, that was Mullen, yeah.
That team tried to get white guys on its team. There's
Indiana,
no way that was an
dude.
accident.
It's Indiana.
Billy Diaz.
It's the franchise that drafted Tyler Hansbrough.
Carrizo Tech 84. I remember during the STSA Jim Bob days when you were a curse for the Spurs when you damaged a door handle at one of the missions. Okay, very good. As covered by the Los Angeles Times.
Which mission was that?
Espada. Yes, sir. Broke the door handle. Well, it was already broken. I happened to be the guy that grabbed it when it was already broken.
That's Wiggins has made the fact that Wiggins has a 16 and a 13 rebound game in the NBA Finals.
This is church now. It's over.
I mean, I never would have projected that for Wiggins' career. Watching him at Kansas coming into the league.
Bam.
Yep, it's
church.
Boston's got a
under
force.
2 with the 16-point lead. I mean, it's over.
Boston's got a force. Well, I still remember when Duke closed 9 points in College Park, Maryland, in 56 seconds.
Gary Williams.
Yep. Juan Dixon. What what was that big man? He gets away with that all the time. Because they don't leave the ground. He's just, that's it. I mean, it's literally the shit the dude at the Y does that you hate. Because everyone wants to call it a travel. You know he's right. You have to defend him. Then everyone's wanting to fight. Well, like, what fucking side are you on? Like, do you want to win or not? It's like, yeah, but all y'all are fucking wrong. Like, exactly. Yeah, it's good. It's real. I remember like when the Eurostep first invaded the NBA, I was in high school. And I like doing Eurosteps in 3A high school basketball every single time was called a travel. They never seen it. And didn't care for those Europeans invading the NBA. So they had no time for the European moves that were there were so many times. There were so much, and it took so much longer to trickle down to rural America. Like there were so many times where, like I would do the move and it would get called a travel, and then another guy on another team would do the move, and it'd just be like, okay, well, we can't do that tonight. They're going to call it every time.
Over 10 years ago.
Good Lord.
See my face?
That's amazing.
Hey, watch my face. That's me over 10. Look how fat I was. Pretty funny.
It's not even that you're fat. You're just young.
So young,
just like baby face.
Yeah. This is me trying to exercise the demons at Espada. It did not work.
Wiggins' ability to rebound and finish at the rim now. Like the confidence of playing for the Warriors, with the Warriors, whatever you want to call it. The confidence that they have unleashed in him to play more to his physical ability
May
and
the
just
curse be lifted,
outman
amen.
people. I mean, he left
Did what I
Luka
could.
dead on that poster last series against the Mavs. That's so. I'm telling you, that's like how old? So
Trying to do I'm doing cartwheels to try to make the Espada curse go away.
14, that's it, because that's what they teach in the Wiccan books, in the Brewhofer dummies. Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know anything about religion, so I decided to do cartwheels as Mission Espada, trying to get rid of the jinx. I don't think it worked though. Can y'all see that?
No,
That's unfortunate.
not at all.
Oh, not at all.
No.
God damn it.
Nope. It's out of focus.
Oh, fuck me.
This is the point of the game where
Right in the
Mike has
ass.
lost interest in basketball,
Basketball sucks.
and the French beer is really starting to add up.
You should just like retweet that and tell them to check your Twitter or something.
Fuck it. I'll do it later.
You know, that almost sounds like a sound marketing and social strategy from a
Okay, I'll do it in a minute.
producer over
When we
there.
hang up, I'll do it in a minute.
Or, you
We
know, you can send me
are
those things beforehand so I can have them
Officially
ready.
at the
The
1
dude
minute
just
mark.
sent it to me, man. Phone
And
foot
we're-
sent it to me.
We're
forward it
seeing
to me.
guys.
God damn it.
No, you don't have to do it
Fucking
now.
I'm going to be a bitch and do it now because you made me. Let's see. Oh, Pritchard's
we are
back in. What's
seeing-
up, Pritchard?
That's,
What's up?
That's the point of the game.
Puma just
we're
got a
at.
hard on.
45 seconds.
Yeah. Boston went their full MAGA closing lineup. Well, Luke Cornett's out there.
All right, let's get Austin Crozier back out there.
Hey, don't besmirch the good name of Austin Crozier.
I loved that left shrimp in the 80s. All right, there it is, LG. It's coming. Oh,
Hey, Warriors won both of those games.
yep, they got a real team.
Curry with 43 in Game 4 and 16 in Game 5, and that's 2 wins.
What the hell
What
is that?
the fuck is happening? I've never heard that one.
Stupid ads on YouTube.
That felt like
fucking
felt like
YouTube.
I just entered a village in like some RPG or something.
Smurf Town.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can play the outro music. We're officially.
No, hang on. We got another time. We'll have to do a wrap up.
Well, what do you got? Post game thoughts,
Yeah,
Doris?
I do have
Well,
post game
stand
thoughts.
by for post game thoughts
Sta-
with Doris Bird.
Stand by for Doris's post game thoughts. Oh, look, every white guy on the team's out there. How about that? Damn, what's up? Man, white boys can shoot.
Well, they're in the NBA.
Yeah, they are, by the miracle. How about that? Dribble it out, ball game, church. Only 10. Okay.
That's some kind of inside joke.
Must be, yeah. Nope, 0 for 9.
I wonder when the last time the Warriors.
That
They've
shit.
probably been saying this
Big
on the
deal.
broadcast, and we just don't hear it.
Oh,
But
they want a 2-hour breakdown. Oh, look, Lawrence is playing my Mission to Spot a bit.
I wonder when the last time the Warriors won a playoff game without
Can't hear any
Steph
audio.
Curry.
No, I don't have the audio.
What on earth am I wearing?
It looks like affliction before affliction.
Good fucking A.
You look like you just left the Creed concert.
Not with that short-ass hair.
Yeah, not without the puka shells either.
No puka shells. I was in dolphin training. Wasn't full-blown dolphin.
you weren't a part of the SeaWorld show yet.
No, it was
they
an
were still
offshoot.
Yeah,
I was like
they were still teaching you all the tricks.
It was the tent circus. Didn't make it quite to SeaWorld yet.
Are you allowed to film inside the missions
Look at
anyway?
me. Dude, I used to work with
Doesn't
people
that
that didn't
feels
ask.
like
Look, I'm dipping the holy water.
feels sacrilegious?
Got the holy water here, and I'm going to go say some prayers. Now, keep in mind, I don't go to church. I wasn't sure what to do here. I think I give like the Sammy Sosa bit. Yeah, I gave
Yeah,
it.
you did. Yeah.
But it's all in respect.
Of course.
All right, now I'm going to say a quick prayer. I don't even know how to pray. What do you say when you pray? Our Mary Mother of Magdalene? This is so blasphemous.
It's a hell of a way to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying hard here.
Oh, you can tell. Lord, dear Lord,
I'm thinking of
Please-
right now.
please make Scott Stapp and Chad Kroger team up and create the greatest rock album that you
What
could
are you
ever
doing?
imagine.
Yeah.
This is after you broke the handle?
Yeah. I'm probably praying for, I don't know, who knows. Ask you please help us keep the dust and cats out of the church. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I panicked, so I did a cartwheel. What are you gonna do?
No, that's
I cut my hand on the sticker there, and it bled. So I literally bled my own blood at the Espada.
well. If that doesn't lift the curse, I don't know what possibly.
It
could.
didn't. The Spurs had to win the championship, and thank God they did. There's our post-game analysis. I think Golden State goes to Boston and wins the next game. You're going to be right. Warriors in 6. I agree.
I
with
said
that.
Warriors in 6, and I think it's funny. I think you're going to be right. I think it's going to be Warriors in 7.
Based on what I've just seen tonight, my expert analysis, my keen observations of watching this game, I think Boston's done. Golden State wins next in Boston.
I think role players obviously play better at home. Boston's defense is buoyed by the ferocious home court advantage.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
also
cool.
trying to speak into existence the max amount of basketball possible this year.
God.
So please, baby Jesus, give me a game 7.
Well, and if Boston wins, then I'll claim what a genius I am because I picked Golden State in 7.
Only as you should.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage.
All right, I need more.
You need
kebabs.
more. Yeah,
I'm drunk.
you need something to soak something.
That's 3 beers in one fucking bottle.
yes.
I had 2 of them.
Yes.
I had a sixer.
I saw when you grabbed it from you grabbed that from the liquor store and I grabbed tequila. I thought he's getting fucked up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Not
eat.
me.
I need to eat. I'm gonna get a whole nother plate.
Shove another kebab
All
down
right,
your
that's
mouth.
it. We're done, y'all. We'll see you boys tomorrow night. It won't be this long. I guarantee you that. How about an hour tomorrow night?
Tops.
Tired, man. Love you
Embrace
all hard.
brevity.
All right. I'm going to go eat some more. That's it. We're done. Love y'all. Thank you, people. Some people listen to the whole fucking thing. Matter with an asshole. They're stupid.
It's a good way to watch the game.
I guess. Well, we'll do it again. Let's do Rangers or something tomorrow. Astros,
Where else
maybe.
are you going to get tentacle talk inside of your NBA Finals
Let's watch a
coverage?
baseball game tomorrow.
Rangers, Astros.
Okay, that's fine. All right, it's fine. We want to do Astros Rangers tomorrow night?
Sure.
Sure, let's do it.
All right,
y'all
get us
hard.
out of
See
here.
you tomorrow night. We're done.
Come back, you puppy!
Mike Taylor Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.